I don't know, maybe a 3-hour flight. You are currently sitting in a Ares-owned hangar in the city of Los Angeles in Southern California. Jimmy has given you a week to get yourself settled in LA, and then he's scheduled a meeting on the 20th of November 2075 at a small bar near the docks. So, you've already paid for your lifestyles for a full month, so you still have 2 weeks left. So, whatever lifestyle you have is pretty much where you live. Anyone with middle or higher would be able to live in like Santa Monica or something. Anyone with high would be able to live in Beverly Hills. Anyone else basically stuck with South and Southeast LA. Anyone with a middle lifestyle?
Yep.
Yes.
Yeah, I think so.
All right, you all have a middle lifestyle. Well, welcome to Santa Monica. It's
No, I
very nice
want
to
to
stay.
live close to West Hollywood, but not in West Hollywood.
All right, let's see. Let's pull up my map of LA. I forget the exact layout. Los Angeles is like most cities in the world of Shadowrun, pretty heavily gentrified, and there's some districts are simply not available to stay in without tons of money. Let's see, Hollywood, West Hollywood. Yeah, you could probably live around Mid Wilshire, which is not too far from West Hollywood and downtown.
So I can walk there.
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
Well, you can't really drive anywhere in LA. The traffic is horrible.
Yeah.
So, yeah, you settle
That's
in
why
West
you have a
Hollywood.
motorcycle.
Yeah. Anyone else, basically anything from Santa Monica to Century City is fine. Beverly Hills and Hollywood and West Hollywood itself is basically off limits for anyone with less than a high lifestyle. That's where the corporate headquarters are, that's where the high-end hotels are, that's where the tourists stay if they know what's good for them. And yeah, overall, Seattle is pretty much just a highly exaggerated version of Reykjavik. There are large slums surrounding a core of opulence.
Alright, and what does Seattle have to do with anything?
Seattle?
You said Seattle.
No, I said Reykjavik. Did I say Seattle?
You said
He
Seattle
meant
is like
LA.
Reykjavik.
Ah, yes, I meant Los Angeles. Yeah. Shadowrun is, well, sort of founded in Seattle. It tends to be on your mind a bit. So yeah, a week before the meeting, what would you guys be up to? Let's start with you, Cal. What are you going to be doing for a week before your meeting?
Probably just drinking, hanging out, talking to my fixer, seeing what's going on.
Yeah.
I'm sort of broke, so I need some work. If he
Yeah,
has
well, you got
something on the
work coming
side. I haven't been working for a week. Or,
Yeah.
so anything on the side, if he doesn't have
Alright.
anything, so be it.
Yeah, he has some work on the side. Basically, you can work for the man of the people
Alright.
at your leisure.
Alright. I will not do it yet.
All right. Aaron? Zatni?
Yeah, well,
Sweet.
I want to find a nice flat, some floors up with a balcony, and I
Yeah,
would want
that's-
to put up my magical lodge
Yeah,
in there.
it's possible. Although it's going to be a fairly small apartment if you want a balcony view in LA.
The view isn't important; it just has to have a balcony.
Ah, all right. Well, then that's fine. You can get a cheap balcony apartment with a nice view of the parking lot.
Great.
And Vietho, how would you spend a week with a middle lifestyle in Los
So
Angeles?
I didn't spend a week yet.
Ah, I guess that's true. How will you spend the whole week?
Of course, I'd like to contact my friends and get some news on what happened while I was away.
All right. Well, the big news is, which everyone is still a bit confused about, is the transfer from Lone Star to Knight Errant. Everyone's sort of trying to figure out where they stand, which cops are still bribed, which areas are still hot, so on and so forth. It's a bit of a scramble.
Of course, I tell them all about my trip to Reykjavik, but we don't have to play this. And then I'm interested in some sort of basic magical training because, I haven't done that much magic in the previous years, and so I'm kind of hooked up and want to learn some more.
Yeah. You can raise any low magical skill, anything that's less than 3 for just spending the karma on it.
Yeah, I was thinking about raising some skills from 0 to 1.
Yeah, that's simple enough. Just hang out at the local magical society or with some awakened friends and work on it. And then spend
Okay.
the karma.
Then I'd go for counterspelling,
That's incredibly useful.
Arcana,
Also, kind of useful.
and binding.
Less useful, but probably you could find some use for it.
Yes, you can bind multiple low force spirits.
Yeah, that's pretty useful.
So that would take me 6 days to do this.
Something like that. All right. Vietho, how would you spend a week?
I guess I would also try to, I don't know, contact some of my old colleagues from the different firms I've been working for in the past and see what's, if anything happened, anything interesting. And I was trying to figure out where I could enhance my dog, but I didn't find the...
Yeah, there's no rules for enhancing drones. I'm afraid we'll have to ad hoc something at a later date. But what sort of contacts do you have again?
From just some of the old forms, some how do I say it, non-official contacts, because since I used to be or sometimes was put in as an kind of investigator, I of course have contacts in some parts of the city, but not only.
Do you have anything on your character sheet? Any statted? Oh, right. We skipped over the contacts.
Yeah.
Classification system.
There's nothing yet.
Yeah. Well, you can add Jimmy right away, and yeah, we'll go into the contacts later. They're not going to be relevant for this mission anyway.
Yep. So
okay.
no
Just
other.
hooking up with old friends and settling in.
Yeah.
All right. Sounds good. Well, the day has come. The bar is called the Home of the Brave. It's on the docks in Santa Monica. It's kind of upscale, but still accessible. It has real alcohol. None of that synthahol crap. So, yeah. Will you be late, early, or on time?
Right on time.
Yeah.
A bit.
All right. Well, the bar is nice enough. Those of you who arrive right on time are disappointed that Jimmy is a bit late. He's about 10 minutes late. And you find yourself sitting at the bar, staring at the bartender, who is a fairly small troll with only one horn. But eventually, Jimmy does show up. He ushers you over to a VIP booth off to the side and offers you a seat.
Hey there.
Hey there, you showed up.
Of course we did.
That's good.
We're professionals, you see.
That's also good. Well, I am in need of some professional assistance.
Alright, you've come to the right people then, I believe.
That's good. Also, let me make one thing reasonably clear. I'm not looking for skull breakers. I can get thugs to kill people for me, real cheap if I need it. Right? What I'm looking for is dependable people to take care of dangerous business, and who can do so discreetly.
Yes.
Think you're up to that?
Yes.
All right, perfect. Then I think you might have a future with Knight Errant. All right, first things first. When I say the word monster, what's the first thing that pops into your mind?
Cyper.
Good one. Well, when I think of a monster, what I think of is Jose Carrero. He is a fugitive from the law, was a hitman for the cartels for a number of years, and has now retired, allegedly. And he has done so in Northern California, which is problematic since that area is outside the jurisdiction of Knight Errant. However,
Who
Mr.
has
Guerrero,
jurisdiction there?
well, nobody.
So it's
Yeah,
private
it's a bit
property.
Well, in a way. Have you ever heard of Hestaby?
Have
No.
I?
Well, do you have any knowledge of, let's say, dragons?
Nope.
Well, since you've lived in California, you have most definitely heard of Hestaby. Hestaby is a great dragon who, not too long ago, about 10 years ago, established a protectorate in the north of California. The entire area is under her protection, which essentially means that any corporation or government or nation is not allowed to use force within her area. So any human who lives there lives essentially in an anarchist state. And yeah, Cal, you have heard of Hestaby. She is
So
she's-
no further info.
no, not really. She's widely considered a fairly benevolent dragon. If misguided, the economy of Northern California is fairly dreadful.
Okay. Sure, we heard of her.
Yeah, well, most of the criminals of the greater United States have also, and yeah, they take a bit of advantage of the fact that she keeps out all the law enforcement agencies, and yeah, they use Northern California as a sort of retirement ground. But Mr. Guerrero, in particular, has some information which I am very interested in, and I would like him brought to LA for questioning. I need him alive. I need him without implicating Ares in infiltrating Northern California. I would rather not anger Hestaby. The wrath of a great dragon is terrible indeed. Therefore, I can't send my own agents, since if they were discovered, they would almost certainly implicate Ares. So I need some dependable, discreet, professional people.
And the guy you want us to get here, what are his talents? What can we expect?
Well, his talents are murder. He is he was hired to kill any opponent of the cartels, both surgically and explosively, shall we say. He's been known to wipe out whole gangs. Nobody knows exactly how he does it, but he has something. He has a fierce reputation, and it's been known to happen that once a gang knows that Mr. Guerrero is on them, they have been known to simply surrender and leave their entire territory to the cartels.
Is he working alone?
We believe he is retired. He was spotted about 3 days ago by a source of mine, who reported to me that he had been found. I've been looking for him for a while. He was spotted in the city of Redding, which is probably the largest city in the north of California, although there's no census, so nobody really knows. And my source was going to follow him, but I haven't heard from him since. I assume he's dead.
When he was still active, did he work alone?
The hitman, Guerrero?
Yes.
No.
Yes.
He was employed by the cartels and sometimes contracted out to other agencies.
But did he do his missions alone, or did he have a team working with him? Or?
We're not entirely sure. Lone Star did not keep particularly robust databases on California, at least none that they're sharing with us. So we're sort of working blind here, which is part of the reason I need Mr. Guerrero. I want, I need some information on what cartels control what areas, what smuggling routes, you know.
Alright, you know he's in the general area, but you don't know specifically where.
I know my source spotted him in Reading. He sent me a picture of him. It was outside a dispensary on the northern edge of the city. My source was going to tail him, but I haven't heard from him since then. I have another contact in Reading, which I will allow you to utilize should you accept the mission. But that contact is a lot less trustworthy, and I would prefer it if you didn't tell him who you were after. He will give you limited assistance if you claim to be working for me, however.
Okay.
When did you speak last to your contact?
3 days ago.
So what kind of money are we talking about here?
I'm willing to pay you for bringing back Correro alive. 7,000 million.
Each.
Yes, of course. And yes, that means if one of you dies in action, the other two don't get his part.
Well, you know, we're professionals, so I don't do any jobs like this below 10k, and you will have to be prepared to pay 5k upfront because we're kind of busted now after this
I expect
Lone
you to
Star
leave immediately.
disaster.
Time is of the essence. The longer time passes between sightings, the less sure we are of his location. Right now, he's probably near Reading. We have no idea where he'll be tomorrow.
All you have to do is agree, and we're off.
Oh, that sounds like a negotiation test.
All
He
right.
says out of character. All right, that's pretty good.
Yes, thank you.
Me roll against that. He is somewhat swayed. And, he says, "Well, all right, I can relate a bit to that. However, you're not getting anything in advance. I'm not an idiot. However, I'm willing to bump up the payday to 9,000 each."
Okay.
All right. Excellent. Like I said, time is of the essence.
So who is your contact?
My contact is a hacker called Vegas. He's a bit of a
Not
sleaze
again.
bag, but he's competent, if a bit untrustworthy. Gonna be working for me, and he will render limited assistance. But yeah, don't give him too much information. He has some ties to some criminal organizations. And yeah, he does not have the best interests of Knight Errant at heart.
Alright.
Good to know.
He gives you a com code for Vegas.
So I guess we're off, and
Yes, sir.
we'll call you when we're back.
Yeah. He gets up and leaves. So, what's the plan?
Roll out Reading, I think.
How are you gonna get there?
Don't we have a
Don't.
fairly big car?
Yes.
I believe you do.
Yeah, of course.
Some sort of a truck, I believe.
Yep.
Let's first order another beer and make some plans here. This seems like a nice enough place.
Yeah.
Alright.
Pretty good place.
I'm gonna have my third beer of the night then.
Alright.
Luckily, it's my first.
Well, it won't be his last.
No.
Of course it won't.
Let's see. More detail. There we go. What's the distance? Yeah, it's about it's pretty much 1,000 kilometers from LA to Reading, which means it's gonna take pretty much the whole day to get there.
So how are we going to play this?
I think we should just go. I mean, we have 24 hours on the road to plan.
More like about 12 hours.
Yeah, whatever.
Yeah, I agree.
All right. Well,
Okay, let's grab our beers and go.
you grab some beers and go ahead and do some drunk driving.
I don't think Vietho is drinking.
Oh, well. He is a robot, so
think
he
right.
doesn't really get drunk anyway. Sort of. So yeah, the road is clear most of the way. It's a boring drive. You have plenty of time to plan en route if you have any plans to make.
Do we know? Do we know anything about this guy or the area?
Well, do you have any knowledge skills or any contacts who might know anything about Northern California?
Nope.
What sort of knowledge skills do you have? Underworld would be one.
Not exactly.
Organized crime would be another one. South America.
I got organized crime.
Organized crime, yeah. Give me an organized crime roll to see if you've ever heard of this gentleman. His name was...
And I got a specialization on LA.
Yeah, that applies here.
Okay.
I have Sioux.
Yeah, not quite as relevant, but
No, I'm just.
that's also a language, I think.
Yes, it is.
Well, it's also a nation, so...
Yeah, exactly. So I'm just trying to find out where they used to live, but I don't.
Yeah, see, the Sioux Nation is sort of around Colorado, north of Colorado.
Oh, okay.
The flyover states, basically.
Yeah.
That's most of the Sioux Nation. But one hit. Well, no, I'm afraid you've never heard of Jose Carrero before. You have heard of the cartels. They are a thinly disguised front for technology. They operate mostly out of what used to be Colombia. And yeah, they do the traditional drug smuggling. Yeah, but they also act as a sort of enforcement wing for technology, doing all sorts of off-the-books violence for the company. That's all rumored, of course. Nothing substantiated, no convictions or anything.
Of course. Alright, I have news, underworld, and parazoology.
Read news and underworld.
Not parazoology.
No.
Are you sure?
Well, not yet, at least. Is that news or?
Yeah, sure.
All right, news. Well, you recall a few headlines from the fairly recent past, about the last 5 to 10 years, of various massacres committed mostly in California and northern Aztlan. Many of them attributed to a mysterious cartel hitman. The MO is mostly the same: the bodies torn to shreds, people attacked as if by a wild animal, and yeah, usually multiple victims. Many of them not associated with any organized crime activity. Seems like this guy is big on collateral damage. And you remember some sort of pseudonym connected to this particular assassin, which is El Hombre Lobo.
Alright, I'm gonna roll underworld on top of that in case I get something more.
Yeah.
So I highly doubt, but might.
Sure hits. You have in fact heard of this particular gentleman. But you get mostly the same things, except part of his specialty is in fact collateral damage. He pretty much, whenever he was called, it was either to send a message or as something of a last resort, because anytime you sent in after a target, you could expect about 10 additional casualties completely unrelated to his target.
Alright, now I'm going to roll parazoology.
Right.
4
Well,
hits.
He's probably some sort of awakened individual, but there's all sorts of paracritters which would fit this MO, both paracritters and just beast spirits. Pretty much any awakened character could achieve the same effect.
Okay.
If he was unscrupulous enough.
Alright.
Probably, well, most likely beast spirits. Alright. Anyone else have any knowledge skills?
none that would fit here, I think.
All right.
No.
Well, and it just roll on down to Reading. Most of California between San Francisco and Los Angeles has become fairly developed over the past decade or so since the Japanese were kicked out of California. And yeah, that's a thing. Japan conquered California in the recent past. Yeah, most of California south of San Francisco has been fairly developed by the corporations. And driving through there's tons of gas stations, roadside shops, attractions, all that crap. But as soon as you get north of San Francisco, all that crap drops off. There's a few gas stations between San Francisco and Sacramento, but then everything north of Sacramento is sort of like playing Fallout. There's abandoned warehouses, abandoned factories, empty farms, small villages. There's watering stations for horses all around. It's a pretty wild place. And yeah, the civilization level there is low right until you get to Reading, which seems to be a mostly functioning city, although you do notice that the electricity is out. At least at the point of entry. People seem to be making do, though. It looks a lot more like say a South American slum than a North American city.
All right. Is there matrix access there?
Yes.
Okay.
However, there is some noise.
Yeah, okay.
And yeah, you're in Reading. The place where Carrera was last seen was around a dispensary around the north. A dispensary meaning a place which sells marijuana.
All right.
Not sure of the
we should
term.
just start there.
Alright. You roll right up to there. The dispensary is called the Land of the Free. And yeah. There's a giant picture of a marijuana leaf. And a couple of people smoking weed around it.
Yeah, let's get in there.
Alright, you roll right on in there. Boom. 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 And go. You're in. Fooled you. It was in fact relevant.
So there is a bar where I can buy some weed, right?
Yes! Not just a bar. Everything in this house, in this building, is dedicated to weed and deep weed. The three pink squares are like display cases where there's posters and advertising for various brands, and the green rectangles up here are shelves with hundreds of types of marijuana, and the three leaves over here are clerks.
Right. What brands do
Okay.
they have that they are advertising on?
Well,
Yeah, I want to check it out.
yeah, the most popular one currently is the Hindu Kush, followed by Dank Sunrise, the Smoke Bomb, and Afghan Orange. And some deep weed brands are Deep Thought, Sweet Dreams, and the Yellow Brick Road.
I think you should go for the Yellow Brick Road, Aaron.
I'll take some of the Hindu Kush.
Alright, one of the clerks walks up to you. You're the only ones in the store right now. Says, "Can I help you, gentlemen?"
I hope you can.
Actually, did we get a picture of this
Yeah,
guy?
I just wanted
Yes.
to ask.
Yes, you
Yeah.
Okay.
Looks like an incredibly ugly Brazilian man.
All right.
About, yeah, probably late 50s, early 60s.
All right.
Yeah, guys, offering to help you. Can I help you with something? You're riding the Yellow Brick Road over there. It's a good brand.
Which one?
The Yellow Brick Road. It's one of my favorites.
Ah, no, that's...
Gonna
I'm
roll-
more
oh,
into
I
this
know.
Hindu
Don't know what
Kush
it is.
stuff over here.
Yeah, that's pretty popular.
Alright then, I take like, I don't know, 10 grams.
Alright. He sells you some. Your middle lifestyle easily covers that.
Hell, you're breaking up a little bit
Alright.
over here.
1 minute. Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Be a bit cliched. Well, that's good.
Yes.
All right. You buy some weed. You may add 10 grams of the Hindu Kush into your gear.
Right. So, do we want to show the picture to this guy? What do you think?
Just a second, while the other two are shopping, I'm checking out the place, of course. What's over here?
Over there is a display case for a brand of deep weed called Sweet Dreams.
This
Oh yeah, this is it says it's a big door that says employees only.
Okay.
What about this door?
That's another door that says employees only, but it's a small door, probably the back exit.
Okay. Are there any security mechanisms on the door?
None whatsoever. No security cameras, nothing. Which is kind of odd,
Yes.
Yeah.
especially given the lawless nature of this area. Since there are no law enforcement agencies with any sort of power in this city.
Yeah, that's true. Actually, I'm gonna walk up. Actually, I'm just gonna stand around there
Right?
and shout over to one of the clerks. Aren't you guys afraid of robberies and stuff? I notice you don't have any cameras or anything, and I know there's no real law enforcement here.
Nah. Nobody robs the land of the free, bruh.
Really? Why not?
Would you?
Well, that's not what I do, but
Exactly. Nobody does that shit.
what about
It's a chill place, man.
thieves?
There's no violence here.
You don't necessarily need violence to rob a place. But I mean, haven't you ever been robbed or anything?
No. Nothing like that. Nothing like that.
But is that just specific to this place because you are so chill, or is it all of the shops here, or what?
You're awfully curious.
Yes, I'm new here, so it's just fascinating.
New in town, huh?
Yes,
An outsider.
we don't like outside. Are you local?
Yeah, pretty much. That's sort of the tone he takes. Yeah, where you from, buddy? From the south? Or from the north?
From around.
Right. But not from around here, huh? Listen, buddy, we sell some weed. Nobody bothers us.
All right, fair
You
enough.
don't bother anybody.
Fair enough.
This is a peaceful town. We like to keep it that way. I don't know if you've heard, but we have a big flying lizard watching over us. Takes
know.
offense to corporate intervention.
I know.
Look kind of like a company man.
Is it the tie?
It's the tie.
I'll be right back.
It gives you a menacing look. Well, as menacing a look as a white guy with dreadlocks can give you.
So not very.
Not particularly, no. But he's fairly well built. Probably does yoga.
All right.
He's wearing a navy green tank top. He's got a tattoo.
All right. Yeah, I'm just gonna buy a bit of wheat off him and call it a day at least for me.
Buy some weed.
Yes.
Some weed in your gear.
Okay. What type?
Oh, you said some weed. I have no idea. So you have some weed.
So
I
I'm
have Hindu Kush.
You do. 10 grams of Hindu Kush. Yes, we do.
I think since the other two are busy shopping, I can, I don't know, head over to one of the to the third clerk.
Yes,
Um,
you can.
and I don't know, kind of ask him if these two over there, the very noisy one, are the only unusual customers, and how the business is going.
Yeah, business is fine. Those two are kind of weird, but outsiders are always weird. No, man, business is fine. As he says that, a customer comes into the store. Fully regular-looking dude. T-shirt, jeans. Yeah, grabs a bag of cotton candy, which is a type of weed, and yeah, pays for it at the desk. Guy puts them. See, it's kind of late, so
Alright, I'm gonna head out.
you head out. You guys don't seem particularly talkative.
So I'm gonna head out as well. But I think we should just talk about for a second if I should go back in there and show them the picture.
Gonna go back there.
Ah, to the alley.
Yes.
Alright, well, there's an alley behind the store. It's not particularly closed off. It's easily accessible from the street. You're not exactly hidden from view. There's people walking along the streets. So anything to do over there would require a sneaking test.
Alright, but what do I see there? What's in the alley?
There's a big door where you're standing, right there, like a warehouse door where we drive a van.
Alright.
And right here is the other side of the employee-only door. It's an exit into the back alley.
Okay.
There's a couple of quote-unquote cigarette butts around the door. Seems that's where the employees go on their smoke breaks,
Alright.
which seem to be frequent. Otherwise, there's a dumpster. Nothing out of the ordinary.
What's in the dumpster?
Garbage.
No dead hobos?
Nope. At least none that are distinguishable from garbage.
Alright.
Where did you say the alley behind here leads to?
The building is sort of freestanding. There's just a street on this side, a street and the sidewalk, and on this side there's a fairly large gap between the dispensary and the next building over, which is a cafe.
Okay.
This seems to have been an old restaurant area. This back alley is connecting many of the restaurants with dumpsters, back entrances.
So Aaron is still in there, I think.
Yeah, I thank them for my weed, and that's a really nice place you have here. I think I will visit again now. So, can you tell me, is there a nice place in town where I could stay?
Yeah, sure. There's all sorts of empty houses. Just pick one.
All right.
Probably should get some money though.
Why?
Well, there's not a lot of food, but the rent is cheap.
Okay, great. Any particular place you'd point out?
I don't know, man. I'm not a realtor.
Okay, then.
I guess you could go to the old Rinraku building. I think that's pretty empty.
Mm-hmm. Thanks, and see
You're
you.
on, fella. They seem a bit warmer towards you than Leo, given your high charisma.
And my niceness.
Indeed. The difference between Brad Pitt asking questions and, your average asshole asking questions.
I do
Well, you
have
gotta admit,
2
he
essence, you know.
Pretty good.
Yeah, I just thought so.
So no luck so far in the dispensary. Still have that contact.
We do have that contact, and I mean, okay, they seemed awfully uninteresting.
Yeah.
But I mean, I could always waltz back in there and politely ask them about the guy in the photo, or
You
do
could.
you think that would stir up too much noise already? I don't know.
I think we should talk to Vegas first. Maybe set up base and talk to Vegas, and then maybe ask around here.
Yeah, but what should we ask him?
Vegas.
Yes.
I think we should ask him to help us find the
Yeah, Jimmy.
Jose Carrero.
Jimmy specifically told you not to tell him
Yeah.
about Jose Guerrero.
Yeah.
He did.
Vegas
Yeah.
would be
Yes.
useful in secondary uses, but he would be just as likely to alert Guerrero if he knew about him.
Well, my logic is only two, you know.
The guy's a hacker, so couldn't we just seek him out and pretend we, I don't know, would like to get lost in Reading and ask if you could help us with some context or something? Make something up?
We actually could go to him and ask who we would contact if we wanted to disappear in here, and who would know who has been disappearing into this place. We could do that.
All right.
And we could also make up something, I don't know, that we have guys maybe come and look for us, and we would need someone who could get rid of them.
You could, but Vegas is probably not going to be inclined to help you unless you mention Jimmy.
Exactly, which will make it a bit strange if we're on the run.
Yeah. Vegas works for Jimmy, not for you. And he barely works for Jimmy. He seems like a fairly unreliable CI, criminal informant.
Yeah.
Underworld, do I know who Vegas is?
You've heard the name mentioned here and there, but you're reasonably certain that there's more than one Vegas.
Okay.
It's a fairly obvious name for a hacker.
Yeah.
But yeah, whoever Vegas is, he's not big enough to have gotten noticed, or he's exactly big enough not to have gotten noticed. The best hackers nobody's ever heard of.
Alright, I think we should just contact him and ask who we would contact to find out who's been disappearing, or who we would contact to actually disappear.
Alright, you have the comm code. Just gotta give him a call.
Aaron, all you.
Yes. I call Vegas.
Call Vegas.
Oh, wait a second. Are we going to mention our common friend here? I think this would help a lot. But then we can't get lost.
Do you mean Jimmy?
Yes.
Not
Yes,
right
we are.
away, I think.
No, I think we should do it right away. I mean, let me just ask him who would you contact if we were going to disappear, and who would know who has been disappearing around here. Not necessarily that we are trying to disappear, just who would we contact, so we have some lead to follow.
Because we are trying to find someone who disappeared, and Vegas
Yes.
can know this.
Yes.
And he can also know that we're doing this for Jimmy.
Okay, but if he guesses or knows whatever that we're doing this for Jimmy, don't you think since Jimmy already put him up probably for this task concerning what Jose, don't you think he'll guess that we are here now to find him?
No, he doesn't know about Jose. That's the thing. He only knows Jimmy.
Jimmy.
And if he does guess, then he's already guessed, really. There's nothing you could tell him which would give him more information.
Exactly.
Okay. Yeah.
So either way, you wouldn't be breaking your promise to Jimmy.
All right then.
Yeah. You give Vegas a call.
Yes, I do.
A fairly high-voiced gentleman answers the phone. Yellow.
Hi, Vegas. This is Aaron.
Who?
You know, I got you come from our mutual friend Jimmy.
Ah, oh yeah. Jimmy said somebody would call. Alright, give me a minute.
Yeah. Yeah, okay.
You hear some little bit of noise on the line, and then he says, alright, what do you need?
You know, we just dropped in Reading, here, north of LA.
Alright. LA to Reading, bit of a downgrade.
Yes. And we were trying to find some people who got lost.
Alright. Who are you looking for? Maybe I know.
It's not that specific, I'm sorry. It's just,
Alright, I get it. Jimmy doesn't trust me. It's no secret. Don't worry about it. What do you need?
we need to get in contact with people who know how to get lost here.
Well, to get lost here, you need one of two things. You need to know the local muscle, or you need to be the local muscle.
So, I'm sure you know the local muscle.
Oh yeah, sure. Sure. The ancients run most of the crime around here. Although the triads have their rubby little fingers in it as well. But yeah, this city runs entirely on fear. As long as people are scared of fucking with you, nobody's gonna fuck with you. The best way not to be fucked with is to know somebody in the triads or the ancients.
Sounds good to me. So,
Could be worse.
what do you think? Where would you point us?
Well, well, which would you like to try? The knife ears or the Chinese? Do you like elves or do you like rice?
Well, not all of them, but
What, the Chinese? That's racist, man.
whatever.
All right, there's a restaurant on the south side. It's called Ho Chi Minh.
Mm-hmm.
Try it, hang around there. Probably break some heads there, get some information. If they're covering for anybody, people around there would know.
And the elves?
The elves, they like to move around a bit, but the old Red Rocco building is pretty much their base camp.
And do you have any additional information about what kind of stuff that they're involved in?
But the elves and the triads?
The dryads, I can imagine, but the elves?
Oh, muscle mostly. They're pretty much a classic gang. A little bit more violent than the triads. Just still a kind of a bit sore from 2065. Good old has to be, eh?
Okay.
I say we just go visit the Chinese then.
Well, thanks for all the info, and maybe
It's
I'll
no
call
problem.
you again.
Yeah. Need anything? Just give me a call.
And if you need anything,
Yeah, I'll be fine. I'm a big
Okay.
boy. You take care.
Sure
Say
you
hi to
are.
Jimmy for me. Actually, fuck that. Say hi to Jolene for me. See you later. He hangs up.
bye. Say bye to whom?
Say
Did
hi
you
to Jolene.
Jolene.
Yes. That's,
I'm assuming that's Jimmy's wife.
well, assume away.
I just did.
Alright. You have now assumed. Add the assumption quality to your character. That's -5 karma. Well, moving
That
on.
should
You-
be a negative quality though, assuming.
Assumptuous. You make leaps of logic.
So the Wheat people told us that the old Renraku building could be a nice place to stay, and it would be
Exactly.
the elves' place.
That's correct.
Yeah, maybe they pointed that out because you happen to be an elf.
Maybe they did.
So possible. They did seem to like you. You are a likable dude.
Yes, they are.
Figured you might fit in with your own. Don't look particularly Chinese.
I know for a fact that the ancients won't particularly like the big guy.
Yes. With your underworld knowledge, you know that much. The ancients are pretty much the worst elves in the world. They suck pretty hard. They're little better than just a street gang. They like to pretend to be an international organized criminal organization, but they're far too stupid to actually pull something like that off. Most elves are incredibly ashamed of the ancients.
I think we should go to the Triads.
Agreed.
Yep.
All right, to Ho Chi Minh you go.
So what do we want to do with them? Do we want to get lost?
Well, as you approach Ho Chi Minh, which is on the south side of town, pretty much where you drove in, the electricity as well is on in that area of the neighborhood, and it seems a lot more crowded than the rest of the city you've seen. There's also
I like good governance.
Yeah, there's also a very blatant presence of triad muscle. There's a bunch of short, shaved head Chinese men wielding submachine guns. There's snipers on the roofs, and there's bare-chested Chinese dudes with dragon tattoos, orcs and trolls, and yeah, basically they flex their muscle around this town, this part of town. The epicenter of the whole district is the Ho Chi Minh restaurant, which used to be a very upscale restaurant, but is now pretty much a soup kitchen. They give food to the local people in the area. In return for protection money, and yeah, they're pretty much the local government in this part of town. People give you weird looks everywhere you go. There's mostly Chinese people and Asian people, I should say, which means you stand out a bit, unless you mean to make an effort to fit in, which would be an etiquette test.
Futile, I think.
Alright. So yeah, the restaurant is right there. There's a bunch of triad guys with guns. Nobody particularly interesting, at least not outside.
But still, first I want to talk to Leo and Vietho about what we're going to do now.
I think we should go with the, I don't know, simply decide if we're going to say that we want to disappear or that we still are looking for some guys who probably disappeared around here, who got lost. So just decide whether we pretend to be interested for ourselves or for somebody else.
Yeah, you would get a little bit of information like that. But you would never actually find some specific person who disappeared by generally asking around how one would go about doing it.
No,
I mean, you have a pretty good idea already. I mean, you would find some reasonably empty building in a fairly low popular district. You would bribe the local gangs to leave you alone, and you would have a bunch of money for your retirement. It's easy enough to disappear. There's just hundreds of ways to do it.
Yeah, disappear, of course, but I mean...
you need to ask specifically about the guy.
Actually, if he moved in, he is a pretty tough guy.
Yes, he is.
And like Vega said, there are two ways to be safe here. You can either be the big guy, or you bribe the big guys. I'm assuming this guy is the big guy. So he probably has taken a chunk out of someone's turf, which would mean that they might want it back.
And they could use our help.
Yes, exactly.
That's an angle.
So maybe we want to get lost and have their protection, and we can offer some help in improving their situation here.
I think we should just go in and say, so, we hear there has been some problems, a new big guy moved into town and he has taken a chunk out of someone's turf. I'm assuming you will want that turf either back or from the ancients or whoever was running the place. Tell us where the guy is, we'll clear him out for you.
Might work.
Yeah, okay, let's try this.
Just dressed up in a bit fancier language.
Yeah, roll some dice. Alright, you move into the restaurant, which is really crowded, as I said, and how are you going to find someone to ask? Just gonna ask a random thug?
No, of
No,
course not.
we have a seat and order some food first.
Right? You don't exactly have a seat, you just go up to the counter, and yeah, people seem to be showing some sort of badge, and once they show the badge, they get food. Some people don't have badges, and they get kicked in the head and thrown out in the street.
Okay, so I won't get any food there.
Unless you have a badge or some cash. Cash can always get you what you want.
I think we should just check out the area and see if there's, I don't know, an office or some guy with bodyguards or I don't know.
Is
Some
there a guy
officials.
with bodyguards?
Not in the open, but there's a bunch of closed rooms.
I go up to the soup kitchen
Right?
bar
Yeah.
and just ask the serving personnel. I would
Yeah.
like to talk to someone who has a lot to say around here. Whom would I want to talk to?
Well, it depends on what you want him to say. There's a bunch of crazy bums who would love someone to talk to. That's what you're looking for. If you need some information, you should probably talk to Han. He's over there. He points out a fairly small-looking thug with a shotgun strolling around the area.
Okay, I just go over to Han
Right.
and give a friendly nod to the whatever.
Yeah, guy nods back, not quite as friendly.
Meh.
But not hostile either.
Hey Han, do you have a moment?
Yeah, I guess. What do you need?
Well, we're new in town and you know, there's a lot of been going on here. We heard.
Really?
Yes. So, and I think we'd like to settle in here.
It's probably not a good idea.
Why wouldn't it be?
Well, because this is my turf. And I don't like competition.
No, well, we're not competition. It's more about having a...
Actually, one question. Are Leo and Vietho near you when you're saying this? Or are they off somewhere?
I'm, as always, near trying to cover the exit and watch Aaron talk to this guy and watch his attitude and his body language.
Yeah.
Right, I'm fairly close to the bar then.
Of course. Yeah, right. Well, in that case, he's reasonably sure the troll is with you, not so much about the drunkard. But yeah, go on.
So, if this is your turf, you're exactly the guy I wanted to talk to because, you know, I'm not the guy to just move in. I want to ask first.
It's awfully kind of you.
You know, we're on kind of a vacation here. Maybe it's a working vacation, but that's not important. What's important is that we could, in return, offer some help. If maybe you would want to improve your situation here and your turf.
Pretty okay with my turf, buddy. What are you saying? Looking for somebody?
Yes,
Who are you looking for?
for the big guy.
Well, you're talking to him. I'm the big guy.
But you're not the big guy that's creating problems. We're looking for the big guy who's creating problems.
Well, In that case, I suggest you go back to the south where you came from before the big guy finds out you're looking for him.
We are not that afraid.
You should be. If you're looking for who I think you are, you really should be.
Well, I'm not a dragon hunter.
Fair enough. No, I don't want any problems with the big guy. You're on your own, pal. He tries to walk away. Unless you mean to stop him.
Nope. We can come back anytime if we want to.
Yeah, any other ideas?
Where is he going?
He's just keeping up his walk around. He does make a call. Says something in Chinese to someone else through the phone. So either he's calling his boss or his underlings. Probably both. You do notice that people seem to be keeping an eye on you from now on. Nothing hostile, just making sure they know where you are.
Well, that didn't work out too well. So maybe he's working for the big guy, or at least he has some sort of deal he doesn't want to.
Or he is just terrified of him.
Yes. Or all of it.
Yep. We can also just pick up one of his underlings and try to figure out what has been going on. I mean, this guy obviously knows where he is, or at least the general area, so his underlings might know it as well.
Or we can check out the elves first.
Yeah, we can also do that.
Alright. We roll around to the elves.
I guess I'm gonna drive you guys there, but I'm staying in the car for this time.
Yeah, you are a bit conspicuous. Also, elves. Well, at least these elves don't much like trolls. So, you roll up to the old Renraku building, which is a big old glass, quote-unquote, skyscraper. It's an office building, really. The parking lot is covered in like concrete barricades with bullet holes in them, along with graffiti. And there's nothing but elves in the vicinity of the building. They all give you the stink eye as you approach, especially you, Leo.
I go first.
Not quite as many guns around there as there were around the Triads, but...
I'm assuming there's more bows, though.
No. This is the 21st century. There are guns, but not quite as many. At least not in the open.
Right.
Although you do spot one or two fairly obvious snipers. Presumably there are more less obvious ones.
Probably yes. Actually, I'm gonna roll perception.
Go ahead. Yes, there are a total of 10 snipers in various windows.
Right.
Seems they take security pretty seriously. Or at least the pretense of security.
But nobody is calling out to us or anything?
Nope, just give you the stink eye. Look at you like goddamn outsiders. Back where you came from. That sort of look. Nobody actually says anything. Not that.
And there are no guards posted at the entrance?
Nope, well, none posted at the entrance. There's guys ambling about holding machine guns. Nothing more expensive than an Ingram Smart gun, though. Except the snipers who have shitty hunting rifles.
I think we move in.
Right. Apartment is open. It's been ransacked pretty hard, but it's an apartment building. But maybe 10% of the rooms are occupied. The rest are empty. Some old desks that have been tipped over, old office chairs, moldy upholstery. It's a shitty place. It's a slum. Crack house. There's guys with guns all over the place who keep giving you the stink eye. But, nobody actually does anything to stop you yet.
Does anybody stand out?
Nope. Well, pretty much all of them stand out. They like to have their own style. Various mohawks and punky outfits. But nobody looks any more composed or in charge than another.
Is there any guy with a machine gun who looks, or a gun who looks not completely insane?
A few, but completely is a relative term.
Or
It is
sane?
fairly insane.
Someone who looks sane?
Well, they
around
all look
here?
like they're hopped up on some sort of stimulant. Probably jazz or cram or something. They're pretty on edge, but for some reason they're not shooting you on sight.
I walk up to one of the sane guys.
Right. He twitches in your general direction.
Hey, I'm new here and I would like to talk to the people that are running this place.
Yeah, you can talk to me. I run this town.
Of course.
But what's with the guy over there?
Who?
The guy over there, isn't he running the town too? Or what? How are you
Nah,
organized
man,
here?
nah. He works for me.
Just pretend that this guy is actually running the town. He might actually know something.
Yeah,
and
I
if you
get
if you
it.
play up to his ego, he might actually tell you something.
It's great to meet you. Then you're exactly the guy I was looking for.
Yeah, that's right. I'm the guy you're looking for. What do you need, buddy?
You know,
Shit.
we got a problem with the evil big guy.
Oh, shit, man. You don't want a problem with the evil big guy.
You should ask him
No,
why not.
Why not?
Because he'll rip your fucking face off, that's why.
What?
Yeah, didn't you hear what he did to the triads? Dang, bro. It was rough.
What did he do to them?
Well, I don't really know the details, but they say they fucked him up pretty good. They were trying to move in on the dispensary. Yeah, taught them not to. Think about 50 guys went missing. And when I say went missing, were hacked up like animals and strewn about the south side of town.
That sounds amazing.
Yeah,
So-
like I said, you don't want no trouble with the big guy.
So you never had any problem with him?
No, he's cool. Just leave him alone. You'll be fine. Buy some weed every now and then.
Buy some weed every now and then.
Yeah.
And why would that be?
What?
He buys some wheat, so he is apparently a regular of the dispensary.
No, I mean, go buy some weed, dog. It'll keep him happy.
Ah, yeah.
A short question. I can hear you guys talking, right?
Yeah, sure. Comics.
Okay. So if I can comment on what he should ask him, maybe.
Yes, you can.
Yes.
Okay.
Without him hearing you as well. It's the miracles of modern technology.
Yeah. You should ask them why they, or if they are afraid that he will come to them next.
Right? Well, no. Don't worry about it. He's cool. Just leave him alone and he'll be fine. Just don't fuck with him or his people.
And buy some weed.
Yeah, buy some weed every now and then.
Okay,
I
so
like weed. Weed's nice.
so just to be sure that we don't actually step on any toes, where exactly is he? His area?
Look, just don't fuck with the dispensary, alright?
Is that all? Is that all he cares about?
Yeah. Yeah, probably. Right?
I don't know. You run this town. You should know.
Yeah. Yeah, don't fuck with the dispensary. That's the word.
Okay. I think we can do that.
Yeah, it's easy, right? Just don't fuck with something. How hard can that be?
Thanks, man.
Yeah, you're welcome, brother.
I think that will really help us settle in here.
Yeah, this is a nice place.
See you around.
He nods and goes back to whatever he was doing, twitching, being crazy.
Well, I think we could squat somewhere around here. Not too far away, but not too close.
Yeah. We could
From
always
this
go
building?
just stake out the dispensary as well. See
Yeah.
if he just drops by.
Yeah.
What time is it?
It's yeah, it's probably like 12, 1 o'clock, noon-ish. Let's say it's
Okay.
12:30 to be precise. It is declared.
So not time to go to bed yet.
No. Well, you've been driving all night, so you're kind of tired, but you can keep trucking for a while longer.
Yeah, I got my solid 3 hours
Yeah,
drive.
yeah. Pretty much only Vietho is remotely tired. Although you could have taken turns while driving and sleeping, it's fine.
Yeah,
So
I think
you,
so.
you can go for one.
Is there a electronics shop in the area?
Probably. Can you look for it?
Yes.
All right. After about half hour's drive, you do in fact find a electronic shop, which is called Radio Shack.
Alright, I'm gonna go in.
You go in. There's a guy behind the counter. He's a chubby little nerd. Looks a little bit like Mr. Freeze, although not quite as shitty.
Alright. Does he have a
Spread.
weak beard?
No, he has a strong beard
Alright.
and no Cheeto dust on his fingers at all.
Alright, so
He's
he's
just a
recently washed
guy.
his hands.
Yeah, so he's just a guy who's sort of out of shape, who's working on a comic.
Alright. I'm gonna browse a bit, see if I can find any cameras, small ones preferably.
Yep, bunch of cameras.
Does he have any micro cameras?
No micro cameras, no. Not in the front, at least.
So what's the smallest thing he has?
Smallest thing he has is a camera pried off a metal ink.
Alright, so that's pretty small.
Yeah, pretty small. It's about the size of like a bottle cap.
Alright, how many does he have?
Tons.
Alright, I'm gonna ask him how much they are.
It's 50 million, bro.
Each or for the lot?
Each.
Alright. I'm actually going to negotiate that.
Alright, go ahead.
Can I help?
Sure can.
Yeah, I'm gonna buy, I don't know, 10.
Alright.
How am I going to help?
Roll negotiation.
Yeah, just negotiate for me, basically.
You're a lot better at it than Mr. Nosy over there. There you go. Yeah, you get it for 30 a pop.
Nice.
30 million.
So-
Can't make you a deal since you're buying 10.
Nice.
He's a friendly guy.
So what's the
Seems like-
rating on these guys?
It's rating 1. It's
Yeah.
as typical a camera as you can get. There's no thermographic, nothing like that. Just takes pictures. It's short video. It can transmit it wirelessly. It's a smartphone camera. It's not programmable, but it's wirelessly accessible.
Yeah, I'm only thinking surveillance, so...
Easy enough.
Alright, does he have anything else that's interesting?
Well, he has a ton of electronics, like comlinks, jammers, all sorts of crap. Just look up the electronics chapter of the core book.
Alright.
He has much of it. No cyberdecks, at least not in the front.
Alright, I think that's all I need at least.
So what's next?
Okay, so should we head back to the drugstore and put your
No,
cameras
not
up to
yet.
work, or what? Put the cameras to work, or what did you just buy them for?
That's exactly what I bought them for.
I was thinking about talking to the Triads again.
Yeah, we can do that.
Yeah, but I mean, time's running here. So if the big guy is well connected, then he probably knows by now that some guys are looking for him.
Possibly, yes. If
So-
the Triads let him know.
I don't think so. But what do I know?
So I mean, how much time would it take to just go back to the store, set up the cameras, or is it just
Half an hour.
it's broad daylight, right?
Yeah, it's brought there.
Yes. So maybe we should do this when it's dark or something. When the shop's closed, maybe. Sorry.
I think we should check out the shop at night.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
But we could go for the Triads first, maybe.
Yeah, we can do that. I'll be
But
back.
You'll need to
I
be
don't know.
back to
So the Triads tried some sort of offensive expansionist operation, and 50 of their people got killed. Right?
Yeah.
That's what the crazy drug-addled elf said.
Slaughtered like animals.
No.
Correct. And strewn about the south side of town. That's what the crazy elf said. So take that with
Yes.
a grain of salt. 50 might be a bit high. Or at least not completely accurate.
Yeah, even
Yes.
20 would be quite a number, I think.
So yeah, what's the plan? Dispensary or Triads? Or Vegas back? You know
Triads.
something?
Vegas, I don't know. Yeah,
What should we
I
ask
don't
him?
trust
mean,
him.
yeah, exactly. So, I mean, but if we go back to the Triads, do we just try to impress them with our new knowledge, or what? I mean, they seemed pretty, what's it called? Buttoned up, quiet, and pretty scared.
Yeah, but I think we could really offer them a chance at getting their problem solved without too much risk, because I'm only talking intel about the weed shop.
Mm-hmm.
And I think he knows a lot more about it than we do right now. And
Probably. Well, maybe. The only thing you know is that at some point in the recent past, the Triads moved in on the drugstore, probably tried to charge them protection money or something, and in response, a lot of their men were killed in a horrible fashion. Since then, they have been afraid of the quote-unquote big guy.
they really try to move in on this door. Okay.
Yeah, that's what the elf said. Maybe they didn't know the drugstore was under his protection.
Yeah, right, if that's the case. I
Maybe
think
it's not
we
even
should-
under his protection. Maybe it just happened to be there when they started making noise and he got pissed off.
I think we should just skip the Triads because, what does he know? Terrified
Even if he does know
Chinese
anything,
guy.
why would he tell you?
I think he's really pissed off. And
I mean, yeah.
a chance of retribution might be interesting. Really, really interesting.
Yeah, but he has tons of guns and muscle. If he thought this guy could be taken down by conventional arms and he knew where he was, he'd probably go after him himself.
Yeah, but we're not conventional arms.
Yeah,
So
you're-
we should
as
try
far
to
as he's
impress
concerned,
him.
you're just 3 random assholes.
So we should figure something out to impress him and show him what we're capable of.
Yeah, otherwise
Yeah.
he's just going to think that he's going to send some dudes after the big guy. The big guy is going to capture you. You're going to
Yeah.
tell him Khan sent him. And yeah, he's going to take some vengeance. He's not going to talk to you unless he's either confident that you can take down Carrero, or that he's confident that you won't squeal on him once you're inevitably destroyed by El Hombre Lobo. Or you could just go check out the dispensary.
Leo, what do you think? Triads or not triads?
Did you go talk to him? What happened?
No, we are still thinking about it. Because we don't know what he has got to offer.
I think he
The terrified
probably
guy.
knows. He probably knows where he is, but he's probably not gonna tell us because he doesn't know who we are, and he knows what the other guy is capable of. So we can either just stake out the dispensary, or we can try to pick up one of his underlings.
Or we could try to make a plan to impress him and show him that what we're capable of.
The
It's also a
Chinese guy.
possibility.
Yeah, he will not be easily impressed, so it
Yeah,
has to be
I
something
figure.
spectacular.
I mean, question, because I just simply don't know this. You said he has a lot of muscle and weapons and this stuff, but since the elves are on the other side of the city, sort of, does he have magicians around there, or
Probably.
yeah?
You didn't actually go into the astral and check, but you saw a lot of guys wearing no armor, carrying no guns, looking real
Okay.
confident.
Okay.
So either they're crazy or they've got some magic.
Okay.
Both.
Or both.
What
Yeah.
we could do, guys, we could start snatching up his people. Just picking
Who's-
them out of the crowd or whatever, off the street or whatever, one by one,
Who-
stashing them somewhere,
Whose people?
the Chinese guys. And then once we have like 10, 15 of them, which only should take us a few hours, we just say, alright, we've taken your people, we haven't harmed them, we don't want to harm them, we're only proving that we can do this, which should indicate that we can take this guy out. Your people will be returned to you as soon as you tell us where the guy is. So carrot and stick.
Yeah, it might work. However, it's pretty risky. You'd be making an enemy of the Chinese triads.
That's true.
While they may be afraid of the big guy, you should be afraid of them.
That could make them just snap. Like, I mean, they just lost a couple of people, or a lot of people maybe. And if we threaten them again, and he knows it's probably just the 3 of us, it could just push him over the edge.
It's also a possibility. It's really risky, is all I'm saying. It might work, but it's real risky.
Yeah, I know. It's just an idea.
Planting a few cameras around the dispensary is fairly low risk.
Yeah, I was just thinking that.
You don't have to go to war with any major criminal organization to do that.
I say we'll skip the triads.
Yeah, let's skip the triads. Just, I mean, I could
least for
use
now.
an app. So just, I don't know.
But let's set up a defensible place.
Yeah, we're gonna
Not
hunt it
too
down.
close, but not too far away from the elves.
Right. There's a few buildings in and around the Elven territory. You could scope it out, or you could call Vegas and ask if he has a safe house.
I don't want him to know where we are.
No.
Well,
So just
you've already called him, and he is a hacker, so if he's any good, then he already knows where you are.
yeah.
I called him.
Yeah, that's true. Which means he knows the comm code to your comlink, which means he can hack it, which means he can track you. If he is so inclined. If he wants to know where you are, he can know.
Yeah, if he's a good one. I hope I'm not too easy to hack.
You are incredibly easy to hack.
Yes?
Yeah, you have no matrix skills whatsoever. Anyone who's not a hacker is really easy to hack. Unless he keeps all his crap off at all times. which you don't do, as we've already established.
No.
Because it's useful. It's a goddamn cell phone. So yeah, trustworthy or not, if Vegas wants to know where you are, he already does. If he cares.
But I shut my comlink down,
Alright?
so he doesn't know our place.
If your comlink is off, he would not be able to track you. Doesn't know the other guy's comlinks.
I will put it back on once we're, I don't know. Do I need my comlink? I just keep it off for now.
Yeah, you don't really need it unless someone wants to call you.
Yeah. I
Okay,
think
you-
I have an answering machine, right?
Yeah, probably. This is the future after all. It should be a thing. So yeah, you find a little place and hunker down. You can wait for night, or you're gonna plant the cameras to monitor the place in the day.
I'm gonna try to plant one so I can look at the entrance and the alley behind.
Alright? That's trivially easy, just roll me a sneaking test. As long as you don't critically glitch, you'll pull it off. However, if you do critically glitch, you'll accidentally set fire to the store. Or something equally horrible. There you go. That'll do it. You plant the camera on the front and the back. Get a nice blurry feed, like 480p resolution. That's what you get for $30.
I didn't
It was
expect
50.
So,
Anyway,
yeah.
Ah,
You wait until night, I presume.
so the sun is down.
Yeah, sun goes down. There's a couple of customers who roll in and around, who roll into the dispensary. There's probably about 100 people who come in there per day. And yeah, there's a van that rolls up around the back, backs into the big door. Door closes. About half an hour later, the van comes back out. You can't tell who's driving the van. It doesn't have a license plate. It's a pretty boring-looking white van with the dispensary logo on the side of it. Oh, I'm sorry, that's Land of the Free logo on the side of it.
Could one of the drone's cameras follow the van?
If you had a drone, yeah, sure. However, you have a smartphone camera taped to a wall.
No. Okay. MacGyver style.
Yes. Unless you do have a drone. Does anyone have a drone?
I mean, I have my dog, but it can't fly, so...
No, it can't fly, and it's also kind of conspicuous.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, it is a dog, and dogs do tend to run after cars.
That's true.
Yeah, but they
It's also a robot.
probably not follow them, right?
Yeah. And it doesn't
Is
look
it
much
fast
like
enough?
a dog either.
Of course it's fast enough.
It's
Of course
pretty
it is.
Yeah, it is pretty fast.
Sorry, I asked.
Yeah, but it's a robot, so, I mean,
Yeah, with an assault rifle.
talk about obvious, so...
Yeah. So yeah, the store closes around 7 o'clock.
And the van arrives at what time?
Yeah, the van arrives a bit after 3. It leaves...
At night.
No, in
No,
the daytime.
in the afternoon.
Yeah,
Okay.
in the afternoon. And then it leaves about half an hour later. The store closes about 7. The workers, 2 of them go the same way. The other goes another way. Can't tell where they go. Cameras don't pick that up. Yeah, the place is empty as far as you can tell. The 3 guys who were on the lobby are not there anymore. If there was someone else there, then he hasn't left yet.
Can Aaron, oh god, sorry, Aaron, you can check it out, right? If there's someone still in there.
Yes, you can use astral projection.
Yes, I can, but do we want to go there?
Well, astrally projecting is not really going there. Well,
No,
Where?
I know, but if we want to go there, I can. And
You
Whether
know
you want to
that
go there or
you
not,
know
it's a
that you
good
can
idea.
manifest when you astrally project.
Yeah, I know all this stuff. I can go there from here, I know. So you want me to do this now? Because
Probably
this
a good
is
idea.
probably a good idea, but also dangerous.
Yeah.
Anyway, I go there.
If you want to, we can move closer before you do that. It's not a problem.
It's not about the distance.
No, I mean if you get in trouble and for some reason either get stuck there or you tip someone off that we have to grab, then it's better to be closer.
Yes.
Alright, so you drive the truck about maybe a block away.
I want to summon a spirit.
Right? What sort of spirit?
For 3 fire with the guard ability.
Alright. Roll the dice. And he owes you 3 services and you take no drain.
I like that.
Real happy to be there.
I wanted to use its guard ability on all of my team members in its range.
Sure thing. Do you also want to follow you in the astral?
Yeah, if we are close enough yet, or
Yeah, sure. We're close enough.
yeah, we're going in, both of us.
You go in. And the
At
dispensary.
first, I want to take a look in the astral. I'm in the astral,
Yeah,
so
of
it's
course. So yeah, you take a good look at the dispensary in the astral, and it's definitely a bit brighter than the surrounding area. It's fairly distinct in the astral. There's a strong hint of beast spirits around there, but without actually going inside. Yeah, that too. There's tons of deep weed in there, but without actually going inside, you can't really tell anything about the aura, except that it's fairly distinct.
Is
Might be just the
is
deep weed.
deep with dual natured?
Sure, why not?
I think deep weed is pretty crazy stuff.
Yeah.
I don't want
It
to
is.
try it. It's not my thing. But I like that hint of Kush. I want to try it. Anyway, I talk to my spirit.
Yeah.
Hey, can you go check out the place for me? I'd really like to know about special auras in there. Something. Just take a quick look.
Sure thing.
How many?
He rolls
What
inside
kind of?
and pops back out like a minute later. Says, well, there's nobody in there. There's a ton of deep weed, but there's some sort of object in there. I can't really make it out.
Okay, let's go back. Let's go in there and check it out.
All right. You move in. There is indeed a ton of deep weed in there. Casts a big blurry effect over the whole astral. There's the lingering effect. There's the lingering astral signature of the auras of the workers. Seems one of them is awakened. Well, at least one of them. And then there is this curious object, which you can't. It's very difficult to make out in the astral, which would mean a sensing test.
Yes, I want to do that anyway. So
So your
here
spirit
you go.
failed. 2 hits. That's a bit better. The object is a magical item of some descriptions. It's definitely not a focus. You can't tell its shape, but you can tell it's heavily connected with beast spirits and the shamanistic tradition. But exactly what it is, you can't tell.
Okay.
What mentor spirit do you have?
A cat.
A cat.
Mona.
Ah, that's good. So roll me in a let's say logic plus intuition. All right. Mona imparts to you a strong feeling of dislike towards this object. She really doesn't like it.
Of course she does.
So she hisses, is what you're saying.
She hisses towards the object. It's
Totally
offensive to her.
understandable.
It's
Yeah, yeah.
offensive to her in some way.
I'm really interested in this object. I want to use 1 point of edge to sense it again.
Alright. Whoa! Alright. That'll do it. That is a so-called Totem of the Great Wolf. It is a powerful magical artifact which allows a specifically attuned individual to commune with a great spirit called the Great Wolf. You know its aura very distinctly, and you know it has been used very recently by at least 11 people, one of whom has a very distinctive aura, a very powerfully awakened aura, which is presumably your hombre lobo.
So just a theoretical question and completely out of curiosity.
Yeah,
How much would an item such as this be worth on the black market?
a lot. Also, nothing, because nobody would touch it. If you actually would be able to find someone who would buy it, like a great dragon, someone who's not afraid of it, and it would fetch a fine price.
I want to check my magical theory knowledge on what it would take to destroy this object,
Alright?
and I know nothing.
Yeah. No, you have no idea how to destroy it.
Just tell me about it when you get back. I might have something.
I'm going back immediately.
Alright. You go back. Spirit still owes you 2 services.
I thank him for its help anyway.
It doesn't have to go away right away.
No. Not going away.
Yeah. So you're back in your body.
So, what did you find out?
Well, we're talking about a summon the great wolf and slaughter everything totem in there.
Magical threats.
Yes, you have indeed heard about the Great Wolf before, specifically concerning the modern incarnation of the werewolf, which is mostly a myth, but in the 6th world it's really difficult to tell what's a myth and what's a fact. Like, vampires are real in this thing. But so far there've not really been many confirmed werewolf sightings, but yeah, the is it an academic or an interest skill?
It's an academic one.
Academic, oh yeah. So academic circles have theorized that current werewolves, which are mostly from Mid and South America, are shamans who have used a powerful artifact to commune with the great wolf spirit and acquired some of its power. There was one confirmed incident where Lone Star confronted a werewolf in the Confederated American States, which left 15 agents dead, 1 vertical takeoff and landing attack gunship destroyed, and 1 werewolf killed with, funnily enough, a silver bullet, which one of the agents kept around as a memento from his grandfather from the Civil War. So 1 confirmed slaying of werewolf, which was carried out with a silver bullet.
Okay.
And yeah, apparently they're pretty dangerous. Indeed. What's the next move?
I think we should go grab it. Actually, how recently was it used?
Today.
I didn't recognize any astral barriers, protections around this object. It was just
Just there.
sitting there.
Exuding an aura which your cat spirit really didn't like, since it's, for all intents and purposes, a dog spirit. Or heavily associated with... Yeah. Oh.
A werewolf is a cross between a wolf and a man, and therefore very similar to a dog.
Yeah. I guess. That's one way to look at it. But yeah, you don't exactly know how the object looks like in reality. Its astral signature looks completely different from its physical manifestation. Could
But
be
by
like
now I know really well where it is.
it's in the dispensary, but its actual physical location within the dispensary is impossible to make out from the astral. It throws off an aura, which you know intimately. You'll never forget that aura for the rest of your life. It will haunt your dreams till you die of old age 1,000 years from now.
Oh.
But
or get
literal
murdered
physical-
along the way.
yeah, but its physical location is unknown. It's inside the dispensary. That's all.
Okay.
And yeah, it's probably not much bigger than your average troll. But it could be as small as a jar of weed.
The thing is, I didn't trigger any alarms going in there with the Force 3 spirit, and that kind of confuses me because how would this El Hombre know anything about intrusion in his shop?
Maybe he wouldn't.
I don't get it. I don't get the setting around here.
Maybe he just trusts that no one is actually stupid enough to break in there.
Yeah. I think so.
And whoever tries gets punished. But how does he know?
What do you mean?
Well, apparently it doesn't take
Obviously,
his-
the Triads tried to do something here. I don't know what, but
yeah, but they might have done something as simple as walking up to the guys in the front and telling them that they now have to pay them protection money, which they
Yeah.
went to squeal to Big Daddy. Big Daddy went and killed them all.
okay.
There's no security there. There's no security cameras. There's no guards. There's just the wolf totem and
Somewhere
a locked door.
Yeah. Okay, so I mean, one suggestion. Oh God, one suggestion. I'm waltzing in the back door with my dog, and you guys head through the front door simultaneously.
Yeah, we can do that.
That'd work. According to Vietho's journal, he's trained his dog to work on voice commands.
Of course,
Yeah. So like come, sit, attack.
that would
Grenade
be
launcher.
way too obvious because then anybody could control him.
Fire at will.
Well, he does have a voice recognition program. He is a robot. He's not a screwdriver. So he can be trained to recognize your voice.
Okay.
If anyone were to mimic your voice, however,
Yeah.
which is possible.
So
The
secrets-
voice modulator cyberware is really useful.
Yeah.
So we're talking about an assault on this place?
No, we're talking about breaking and entering.
Yeah, burglary. It's not an assault.
Okay.
Just do it simultaneously and prepared and wide and
it's
at the
completely
same
different.
time from two entrances. So
All right.
Actually, I think we should just use the back door over here. Just go all in there. Because once we're in there, this is probably the place where we are least noticeable when entering.
Mm-hmm.
And once we're in, we can actually rummage around quite easily.
Yeah. And speaking about
I-
least noticeable, there was nothing in there. There was no auras other than the wolf totem.
Exactly.
So
I
unless they're
talked to
drones-
my spirit for a bit, and I'll be right back.
Right. So yeah, like I said, unless there are drones in there, which would not be detectable from the astral, there's nobody in there.
Yeah, and I highly doubt there are drones in there.
If there weren't security cameras, then probably not. Then again, if you really want to be sure, you could just call Vegas and ask him to have a look around in the Matrix.
no.
Yeah,
I
I'd
don't-
rather
I
not
don't-
talk to that guy.
Yeah.
Or you could do it yourself. Matrix perception is
Yeah, we could do that.
a skill for anyone.
Yeah,
not just
might as
experts.
well. Yeah, sure. I'm gonna matrix perception it.
Go ahead and
That's what computer plus intuition.
I believe so, yes. I'm. Yeah. Three hits. Nope. You see nothing.
Right? I am
Um,
confident that there is nothing in there.
Alright. So Which door are you entering? Or are you just gonna call the whole thing off? Call
Nope.
Jimmy and say you were too scared.
Of course not. I think, I mean, if we head through this one, because this one leads right into the store, then I think I'm gonna... What?
Someone has a problem with that?
Okay, then I'm just gonna put my... Oh, Jesus! My dog right up here to guard, and...
I forgot to make a token.
I hate this program. Oh, God.
Go. Where's the dog? Oh, should be right on top of you. Go.
It's a lizard.
It's a dragon. It's
Okay.
called Lovefear, right?
Yeah.
There we go. There's your dog. It's not controlled by you.
Vietho, if you if you select the arrow, you can click stuff and delete it.
Yeah, I just forget this, and I'm drawing too much. Okay, so I would just like set him on guard here, so we could enter through here.
Alright. The small dog drone Lofweir, not the great dragon Lofweir, is watching the back door, while you work on the big door. Big door is this typical warehouse door. It's locked. How are you going over it? Mini welder, brute strength, shotgun, explosives.
Leo is the walking toolkit here, so you should have something.
That's correct. Where's the toolkit? How are you going to break and enter this building?
I think we should use this door.
The front door?
No, the back door. Because if we try to break in the big door, we will definitely leave a mess. A very noticeable mess. However, if you break in through the back door...
It's locked with a padlock.
I have a mini welder.
Yeah.
And you had a crowbar last time,
You
didn't
still
you?
do.
But
Yeah.
I mean, if it's just locked with a padlock, we're better off just using the mini welder.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
padlock
Damage
is
the door.
it's easily fuckable.
Alright, I am mini welding the lock.
The padlock has been mini welded.
Just
And
slightly
I'm
though.
Going invisible.
Yes. You are now
Force 4.
invisible. I'm now going to draw the greatest piece of art ever seen in your life.
Have you guys ever seen the Mona Lisa?
Prepare to be amazed.
Of course.
Mona Lisa is a
this
piece
is
of shit.
exactly.
It's gonna be way better.
Yeah.
What? It looks like whatever.
Yeah.
What?
It's a perfect abstract representation
Of?
of reality. This is the truth right here. Hope you're ready. There we go. There's a
Stairs.
large statue of a wolf's head.
Mm.
Which, yeah.
And I thought it was a dinosaur.
No, you are mistaken, sir.
Okay.
This is clearly a wolf.
Yes.
And yeah, it's about 1 meter high. Yeah, it's the head of a giant wolf. And yeah, even outside of the astral, you can tell it's pulsing with energy. You get a headache just standing around it.
Do I?
What's your essence? Yeah, no,
Two.
no, you don't. Both Leo and Vietho feel just fine, but Aaron, yeah, this is a really uncomfortable place. Which in game terms means it has a background count.
Alright. So, Aaron, what is this thing and what's your problem?
I hate it. And I already told you what it is.
It's true. So, do we want to take it or do we want to wait until the people come again, maybe tomorrow or something, and then track the van?
How big is this thing?
It's pretty big. It's like the head of an elephant, a bit smaller, head of a rhino, something like that.
But
a big
Vietho
rhino.
could take it.
Yeah, sure,
Take
Vietho
it.
could take it.
Take it, but it would it fit on my truck? Just
Yeah,
barely,
yeah.
right?
Usually.
I'm not sure it's a good idea to take it though. I mean,
It's mounted on a pedestal.
yeah, exactly. I think these people are probably worshipping it in a sense, and they came here probably earlier today in the van, because the van is the only thing that has come here today, I believe, at least that we know of.
Mm-hmm.
Well, give me a perception test of this statue. And Aaron, if you would like to astrally perceive it from this vantage point,
Yes.
like without leaving the physical plane, so you can see its astral signature superimposed over its physical aura, you can give me an sensing test. 2 hits, alright. The statue itself is not what is astrally active. The statue is a wooden carving within which has been placed some sort of totem.
So I can just hack it down or something.
Yeah.
Why not? There
I
has to be
think we
something
should.
in
I
there.
think we should leave it and
Why?
wait for someone to come and worship it. Then follow those people out and basically find out where they go.
If we have the time, we should do this.
Are there
wanna
any
smash
shelves
something.
or something around there?
Yeah, tons of shelves. This is a weed warehouse.
Alright, I'm going to plant a couple of cameras in there, so I can see who goes in and out.
Alright. A couple of cameras have been planted. You can now see who goes in and out.
Hiding them, of course.
Of course, so roll me a sneaking test.
I'm etching this.
Yeah, do sneaking plus intuition actually, not agility. This is not a measure of how limber you are. Almost a glitch. But not quite. Yeah, it's hidden. Kind of. From the casual observer at least. So what are you gonna do now? Just leave it?
If I don't get to smash something today, then I won't. So I'm gonna leave it and not touch it.
Alright. You leave. Gonna close the door behind you or leave it open?
Close, of course.
Gonna try to lock it again.
Actually, can we do that?
If you have a spare padlock.
I do, but I mean it will have a different combination.
Yeah. You can set, well, it's not a combination lock, it's got a key.
I mean, there is no way I could actually switch that thing so it would work for the guys tomorrow.
You could bring that padlock to a locksmith who could replicate the lock and
So
key.
in short, no, I could not.
Yeah. that's the short version. Thanks for saving my time.
Alright, I'm gonna grab some wheat from this shelf, and this shelf,
Alright.
and leave.
You grab a couple of wheat jars marked Greenland, Ocean Breeze, and Afghan Orange. And you're out. You have a camera planted. You have the Great Wolf Totem. And what's your next move?
Get back to the hideout and wait.
Yeah, I think so.
Alright, you're back to the hideout. And you wait.
Sleep.
You
I
wait
wanna
until
sleep.
the store opens again in the morning?
Unless something else happens in the meantime, then yeah, I think so.
So you're going to be watching the feed?
Yes.
Alright. Well, the shop claimed to open up at 10 o'clock in the morning. And nothing happens in the night. Totem doesn't move, just stands there looking sinister. Until about yeah, about 10:30, one guy, one of the white dudes with the dreadlocks, rolls sleepily up to the front door, unlocks it. There's a crowd of about 5 customers waiting. They shout something at him. He waves them off, and they go in and buy some weed. A couple of minutes later, the other 2 guys show up. They pass pretty boringly in the shop. Every now and then, one of the guys goes into the back where the statue is, pulls something from the shelves. This is where they store some of their rarer supplies. Goes back out into the store, doesn't really pay the statue any mind. And then, at about 2 o'clock, a man shows up at the front of the store. Drives up in a pickup truck, very similar to your own Vietho, and steps out. That man is Jose Carrero, El Hombre Lobo, your mark. Walks right into the center, into the store, and on the back of his truck is a giant, like a cargo pallet full of marijuana bricks. He rolls into the store. That's the most interesting thing that happens until that point.
Right, I would say that's pretty interesting. So, how close are we?
Yeah, you're about a couple of blocks away. Well, actually, no, you're back at the hideout, so you're basically...
Actually, how early is this?
It's about 3 o'clock.
Then we probably would have moved closer.
Yeah, sure, why not? About a block away, then.
Yeah, sounds good. Alright guys, do you want to try to plant something on his truck, or do you just want to wait, see what he does, and follow him?
What do you think?
You plant a tracker chip on his car.
We could do that.
Yeah. I agree.
Alright, who's gonna do it?
I suppose I am.
I will do it.
Are you sure?
No.
You have
You-
the strongest astral signature,
Yeah.
Okay,
so if he has any means of
that's right.
observing the astral, you would be the literal worst choice. Vietho would be the worst choice for physical obviousness. Cal is good for both. He's inconspicuous both astrally and physically.
Well,
If a bit rude.
yeah. Right,
As long as he's not too drunk, at least.
well, it's fairly early in the
Yeah, it's only 3
morning,
o'clock, so you're
afternoon-ish.
slightly drunk.
A bit sloshed.
Yeah. Just past Knurd.
Right, I'm gonna walk over there then.
Alright, give me a sneaking test. There are windows on the dispensary. It's not incredibly difficult though, so... Three hits, alright. Let me roll a whether Cal dies or not test. Nope, Cal lives.
Nice.
And there's a chip on the car. Planted right under his truck nuts. You now have a chip on the car. Then you get the fuck out of there, back to your own car.
Yes.
And about half an hour later, guy comes back out. And 2 of the guys offload the marijuana from the truck, bring it inside the store, and yeah, he leaves. He never once entered the back with a totem.
Okay. Alright, where is he going?
He is going north, leaving the city.
Alright, do you
Let's
guys
follow
want to
back
head there? Maybe stay half a mile? Or, well, maybe a kilometer behind him, something like that.
You can stay as far away as you like. It's a tracker chip.
Yeah, I know. I mean, so basically stay out of sight, but close enough so
Yep.
we could catch him up in a decent amount of time.
Alright, sure thing. He drives about an hour north of the city to a small farm with a large field of a couple square kilometers growing marijuana, as far as the eye can see.
How far can the eye see?
About 3 miles.
Alright.
So yeah, a fairly large marijuana plantation, which he drives into.
Alright, do you guys want to go in and just try to snatch him?
Yeah.
Do you have any silver bullets?
No, why would we need them?
Because he's a werewolf.
Allegedly.
Allegedly, yes.
I still think silver bullets are a good idea, and I want to check my knowledge if he's able to use the wolf thingy from afar.
Alright. Roll the knowledge test. It's magical theory?
Theory, yes.
Yeah. Alright. Well, then, in theory, if he's able to astrally project, then he would be able to meditate on the idol. But only for a short amount of time at a time.
Alright,
If he's not able to astrally project, then he would not be able to do so. In
can
theory.
I teamwork a magical threats test with my parazoology?
Sure. Well, just roll them both.
Magical threats then.
Mm-hmm.
And parazoology.
Yes, this is indeed a parazoological magical threat. So, well, like I said before, nobody's really sure if werewolves are a real thing. That one that was killed by the silver bullet, the agent who killed him swears that it was a real werewolf, but the guy turned into a regular human as soon as he was killed, so nobody's entirely sure. Most people just think it was a powerful mage who fucked up Lone Star, and it was yet another story of Lone Star's incompetence, which was at least partially responsible for them losing tons of their contracts all over the UCAS. And yeah, aside from that, basically the old mythology is what people think is what hurts them. Silver bullets.
Yeah, okay. So, Aaron, is there a way to somehow
Silver
block this totem that he has?
None that I know of.
Well, with your magical theory knowledge, a mana barrier would do it.
Do you have one of those?
No.
If it was strong enough, and it would need to be pretty strong for this one.
So in theory, let's say that these guys are in some way allergic or something to silver. If we built a silver box and put the totem into the box,
Yeah,
wouldn't that possibly block it off?
possibly.
Maybe.
But what would blocking it off do?
Well, it might cut him off from his shape-shifting powers or whatever it is he does.
Possibly, but maybe not.
Maybe not, but possibly. Or we could just go get some silver to clash into bullets and murderize him with.
Yeah. Does any of
I
you
think
have the
that's-
armor skin?
That's a good idea.
Yes, I do have the armor skill.
That's what you use to make bullets.
I don't think we should kill him though, because that sort of voids our contract, but
Yes, the job was to get him alive. He can't squeal if he's not alive.
Yeah, well, just to be sure, you know.
yeah,
Yes.
I would rather have them and not need them than need them and not have them.
That is correct. So how are you going to get a ton of silver to make a silver...
We
Well,
are
how are
going
you
to
gonna capture
call
it?
our good friend Vegas.
Alright.
Or just go to a jewelry store.
There's no jewelry
Yes.
stores there.
Vegas it is.
Alright. Well, what's the actual plan? You're going to build a silver cage and catch him in it?
No, we won't get enough silver for this.
Probably not.
Not for
We
the money
could-
we have.
Actually, depending on how much silver we can actually get, we could make a few bullets, and then we could be very, very, very mean and build a silver collar for him.
Yeah, that is one of the classical methods, which is mentioned in the theory, which you are aware of.
Yeah. So I mean, if we manage to
But
get
it's
him
never
down,
been tested in practice.
well, there's the first time for everything.
Yeah, there is.
Okay.
I say we do it for science.
I'm all about science.
I'm all about magical theory. So
Well, this is sort of both. So
yes.
Well, so only thing remains is how you're gonna get enough silver to make a collar.
and bullets. We're gonna
And
call
bullets.
Vegas.
Yeah. All right. You call Vegas. Who's gonna make the call?
I am.
All right. You call Vegas. Vegas answers again. Yellow.
Hey there.
Hey,
Do
buddy.
you have any information about the commodities market around here? I'd like to purchase some silver.
Some silver.
Yes.
Uh,
Or just find it. I don't really care.
that's kind of
Yeah,
weird,
it's-
but that's
yeah,
fine.
it's really weird.
Don't worry about it. I don't ask too many questions. How much do you need? You looking to make a focus or like a ring or what's up?
Yeah, it's actually it's about a focus, but it's
Maybe a
it's
chain of
apparel.
some sort?
It's no, it's like sort of a silver lined shirt. So
Okay.
I need a lot of silver.
All right. Well, I'll make a few calls. Get back to you.
Thanks.
How much time do you have?
How much time do you need?
I don't know. How much depends on how much I need to hurry my guys. If this is
Hurry.
important. Then
Go for a medium hurry.
medium hurry.
Yes.
I got you. And he hangs up. And half an hour later, he calls you back. Hey, Aaron, was it? Aaron, right?
Yes.
Yeah, I got your silver.
Great.
Turns out the Triads had tons of it.
The triads.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I wonder why.
So do I.
It's kind of odd, don't you think?
Yes, it really is.
Yeah, so when do you want to pick it up?
Mm,
I don't really do deliveries.
no, I can pick it up immediately.
Alright. Well, he sends you an address. Says, I'll be waiting.
Is it Hans' address?
No,
Okay.
it's an old high-rise building in pretty much downtown Reading.
Let's
It's a nice
go
place. Alright, you go right there. It's an old hotel, and security seems reasonably tight. It's definitely Triad controlled, but there's not tons of muscle around. And the address he gave you is the top floor penthouse. The elevator is broken, so you have to take the stairs.
Of course.
there. Okay. Let's
Which-
take the stairs.
Alright. That means that once you get to the top of the stairs, you are a little bit winded, since you have no body. But there's a door. There's only one door at the top. It says room 505. That's the room number that Vegas gave you.
I knock on the door.
Knock on the door. You wait about 1 minute, and then a guy opens the door. Guy looks sort of like Daniel Radcliffe, except with blue hair. Really short, real scrawny, high-pitched voice. It's definitely Vegas. Waves at you
Hi,
and says,
Vegas.
"Hey, come on in, man. Want some
Glad
coffee?"
to finally meet you. Yes, of course.
All right. Yeah, you too, big guy. He says, and ushers you into Vietho. And yeah, he offers you some coffee while he goes to dig up the silver.
Coffee is
So,
awesome.
what
Yeah.
have you got there?
He brings out a fairly large, like wooden crate, like the size of a briefcase, a bit deeper. Slams it on the coffee table, in the living room, and opens it up. And within is a bunch of silverware, like knives and forks and cups and such.
Oh, that's some really nice stuff you got there.
Yeah, it's pretty good. Much of it is partially melted. Looks like the Triads were trying to make something out of it, but couldn't really hack it. Bunch of amateurs. Should come to me.
Do you have a place where we could work on this stuff?
Yeah. What sort of work are you doing?
Well,
You need like
crafting.
a workshop? Crafting.
yes.
Yes.
With an auto shop, like a car, like a mechanics. I don't really know cars. Would that sort of place be enough?
That would probably do, yes.
Alright, that's good. I know a guy. Give him a call.
That would be great.
He goes off to the side, makes a call, speaks to somebody in Spanish. Anybody speak Spanish?
No.
Nope.
No.
No idea what he's saying, but he comes back after a while. Says, "Yeah, a friend of mine. He runs a car shop. You can use that for a couple hours."
Alright, great. So how much do we owe you?
Oh, nothing. It's fine. I owe Jimmy.
Alright.
Just take care of yourselves.
Will do.
Will do.
Y'all be careful, he says
We will.
as you leave. Keep the cups.
I'm
The
gonna have a refill before I go.
Right, you now have a crate full of silver.
Let's get to work.
The car shop is just around the corner. It's completely empty right now.
Alright.
There's a little note on the desk inside which says, "Be out by 9."
Which is in what, 2 hours? 3 hours?
It's in about 4 hours.
Right. It's plenty of time.
Alright, roll an armor test, Cal.
Can I exit?
Yes, you can, and you receive a 2 dice penalty since this is not exactly a workshop built for
Yeah.
armoring. Alright, yeah. You make a nice batch of bullets. What sort of bullets do you want to make? Pistols? Rifles?
What do you guys have?
I have spells.
Yeah, I know you have spells.
So you don't want me to shoot anything.
No, it will hurt
hit-
yourself.
Just
I am
just
primarily
bullets.
using pistols, of course.
Hmm?
Vito,
I-
what would you like?
I do believe to. I think I remember that I have a rifle, assault rifle.
Yep.
Yeah, assault rifle and.
So
a
how
machine pistol, of
how many
course.
bullets can I actually make?
You can make 10 bullets per hit, per round of the test. Each round is about 2 hours, so you can make 50 bullets. But an assault rifle bullets costs twice as much. So
All right,
5
so
bullets per hit.
if I spend 2 hours on this,
Yeah.
I could make 25 bullets.
If you spend 2 hours on it, you can make 25 assault rifle bullets, or 50 pistol bullets, or any combination thereof.
Okay.
I do have a pistol as well, so I
But
suggest you just.
how good are you with the pistol? Wait, aren't you best off with your cyber implanted machine pistol?
Yeah, I think so.
Do the machine pistol rounds count the same as pistol?
Yeah.
Right, 25 each then.
Yeah.
Machine pistol and... Yeah, so you need to add 25 rounds of silver bullets for machine pistols and pistols.
Alright, then I'm gonna spend the next 2 hours, at least start, by building a collar.
Yeah.
And if I have the time, build some cuffs as well.
Alright.
Merciless.
Roll armor.
It's another edge.
Hey, there you go. You make a nice pair of silver handcuffs and a silver collar, which is easily tightened, which you can tighten very easily. So, just in case planting the collar on him makes him shift back into a human, you can tighten it back up before he can wriggle out of it. Assuming he's bigger as a werewolf. So
Yeah.
you've got a nice set of werewolf hunting gear. And the silver bullets are the same as regular bullets, except they do -1 damage and +2 armor penetration. They're not very good bullets. which is why nobody uses silver for bullets, because it's light and not very strong. But they'll do the job.
Yeah.
Leo, can you spend a few more minutes and make one bullet for me? For my arrow's firelight?
I'm just gonna give him a bullet.
Yeah.
I like it. I load it.
You have 1 silver bullet.
Yes.
Alright. It's about 10 minutes to 9. We're all finished up. No time
So-
to clean up, but Vegas' friend is just gonna have to deal.
So we're
Yeah,
going
I
back
mean,
to
we
location
didn't
or-
really leave a mess.
Well, you were melting down silver,
Yes,
working
but
with gunpowder.
yeah.
It's not spick and span, but it's not exactly a mess either. Didn't destroy his toilet or anything, like it did to the Polish restaurant. You spent a week there eating nothing but sausage and drinking nothing but beer, so... Not quite so bad there.
No.
But you're out by 9. With a nice batch of silver bullets and cuffs and collar. What's your next move?
We're going all in, I think. We got the location, so let's go there, right?
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
we should just go werewolf hunting.
Yeah.
According to the tracking chip, the car is still at the farm.
I think my spirit's gone by now.
Yep. Sun has risen.
I want
Alright.
another one.
Alright.
This time for 6
Alright.
with God and I don't know.
Fear, maybe?
Yes, fear, why not? But
7.
yeah, fear.
Alright. That's 4 services he owes you, and you take 4 drain.
Nope.
Alright. He's reasonably happy to be there,
Yeah, I like that, and God is a standard for
Mhm.
all of us.
of course. And you roll on north. About an hour later, you'd be at the farm. At least at the entrance to the farm. There's a small gate, which is closed and locked. And there's a
I
fence
want-
around the perimeter.
I want to take a look in the astral.
Alright. You zip around into the astral. How far are you gonna go?
I'm not moving, I'm just sensing.
Ah, right. Well, there's nothing to a sense near the gate. It's just
Okay.
a gate. The marijuana is there. There's a ton of plants. There's no deep weed.
Can
That stuff's seaweed
we
anyway.
can we see the farm from here?
No.
Right, I'm thinking if we should leave the car and just move through the fields.
Yeah, but
Or
there's
if-
a fence surrounding the area, right?
Yes.
mini welter,
Crowbar.
crowbar,
grenades.
mini welter, the solution to all our problems.
Yeah, most of them so far anyway.
I'm just thinking that if we have to get him out of there, and we can't see the farm from up here, it would be maybe not so wise
Wait.
to leave the car here.
Well, you can't
or-
see the farm because it's obscured by marijuana.
Ah, okay. Of course. Okay.
It's like imagine a cornfield, except instead of corn,
Yeah.
there's weed.
Yeah, of course. Okay, yeah, sorry then. Wheeled ahead.
Right, I'm gonna start by welding the lock on the gate,
Mhm.
so we could possibly go through there with the car if needed. Do
Right.
you guys want to move through the fields, or do you want to drive up there?
I say go through the fields.
Alright.
Right.
But you decide because I'm going invisible.
Yeah, I'm not sure that's a good idea,
Why not?
because spells stick out like a sore thumb in the astral. And we know for a fact that this guy is awakened. So potentially he might have some spirits patrolling around or something. So I am more concerned with astral security than physical security at the moment.
I mean, hiding in the fields would be very cool, but I'm a troll, and I don't think I could just like, I don't know, sneak in between the plants. So
No, not really.
if they have any normal guards there, they would see us
Actually,
coming from.
how tall are the plants?
Not quite as tall as Vietho.
If he crouches,
Pretty tall. They're like, I don't know, how big are corn stalks? Like 2.5 meters, something like that?
yes.
Maybe. Yeah, but I mean, I'm not like thin as you guys, so the plants are gonna move, and it's
Yes,
gonna.
yes.
Yes,
can-
but
can-
people can't see the top of the plants moving if you're moving in the middle of a field of them.
That's true.
All right.
Right? You skulk into the weed plantation like a bunch of velociraptors.
If they have if they would see any spills, I'm just gonna send up my dog up front to
Yeah.
see what's at the end of the field.
Alright? That's a good idea. Drones are completely invisible in the astral.
And it's way smaller than me, so or
Yeah. Gotta tell it to try to be sneaky or just
yep.
bust in.
Yeah.
Right. Well, for simplicity's sake, I will assume he has a stealth auto soft. And yeah, he sneaks fine enough. He's got a camera on his eye, so you can
Yep.
see what he sees. And yeah, you move through the field towards the farm. Farm is not too far, it's about 200 meters away from the road. Your dog sees it before you do, and he goes right up to the edge of the field, and there's about 4 guys doing some work around the table just outside the house. They're packing some plants from a container which they recently harvested, packing them into bricks. None of them is your man. Just a couple of dudes.
Can my dog see the building from there
Yeah,
already?
they're right outside the building. The building
Okay.
is pretty small. It's like a large summer home.
Are there any guards visible?
Nope, just a few
Alright,
dudes
okay.
working, but they do have guns.
Yeah.
They have pistols on their side, but they have their shirts off. It's hot outside. This is California.
Could we possibly maneuver around through the field and go to the other side of the building so they wouldn't spot us?
Sure.
Because I think it would benefit us to keep the element of surprise as long as possible.
Yep. So I'll send the dog up front again.
Yeah.
See what's behind the building on the other side.
Mm-hmm. And it's nighttime. And one thing that sticks out to you immediately, especially considering your recent revelations, is that it is indeed a full moon.
Awesome.
What coincidence.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What a coincidence indeed.
Mm.
And yeah, you move up to the back of the house, and there's 2 guys there as well. They're sitting on a patio, drinking beers and smoking weed, and speaking to each other in presumably Spanish, but it may be Portuguese. You're not entirely sure.
Alright, is
It's people
either
thick
of
South
them
American
our
accent.
guy?
Nope. Just a couple of dudes in their mid-20s.
How do you want to tackle this, guys?
Can we just how far away are we exactly? I mean, can when the fields are close enough, can we just stun them from here?
You can shoot them from the field easily, but
Yeah.
there's about maybe 10 meters between the end of the fields and the house.
Okay.
Charging them is inadvisable. But yeah,
Yeah.
shooting them is easy.
Alright.
Yeah. So 2 guys, 2 weapons. So
Mhm.
I suggest we shoot them simultaneously, so there'll be no reaction, no time to react for them.
Agreed.
Do you have any silenced weapons?
Yes, I have a Arrows Lightfire 75.
Ooh, that's a silenced weapon.
I have no idea.
Check your streak here, your weapons, see if any of your weapons has a silencer. Should be
I
listed.
don't think so.
Well, let's assume you have a silencer for your implanted machine pistol.
Yeah.
Seems reasonable. Just turn your hand into a gun, screw a silencer onto your index finger.
By the way,
I'm
one of
getting
the
excited.
newer books actually introduces a finger pistol,
Yeah.
which turns your finger into a pistol.
Yeah.
Would be interesting for me. But I'm going for some jazz.
Yes. Alright, you huff some jazz. The rest of you,
I'm assuming those guys are not expecting us.
no, they're drinking beer and smoking weed. If they're expecting you, then they're either really confident or
Or really
Yeah.
paranoid.
really stupid.
Yeah, okay, then I'm gonna split up my dice pool just in case.
Mhm.
Because Stick and Shot does not do a lot of damage.
It does not. So you're using stick and shot. You're using
Wow.
non-lethal ammo.
Well, I'm not sure I should murder these guys.
Alright.
I like it.
But it does significantly reduce the damage of a gun that is already doing very little damage.
That's correct.
Are these guys wearing any armor?
No, not. Not even. Well, they're barely wearing any clothes. They're wearing shorts, sandals, and no shirt. Just basking in the California, well, moonlight, I guess. It's kind of warm outside, even though it's night. And November. So what do you do? Kill him or stun him?
I think I'm gonna kill them simply because I don't really do any damage if I'm going to stun them.
There you go.
I'm all for the killing, so...
But I'm still splitting my dice pool,
Alright, that's fine.
because 2 shots will do more damage than 1.
Yes. So what Cal means by that is that he is cutting his pistol's dice pool in half and rolling it twice to take 2 shots instead of 1. So Vietho, what's your automatics? It's a skill.
Yeah. 17.
Yeah. So if you cut it in half, that would be 8 and 9. And since they're not expecting you, they will not be defending. So any hits you get, will just go through. So it's probably a good idea to just shoot them. So you may now roll shooting dice. There you go. 2 hits. And 3 hits. Yeah, he's out.
Yes. No, that can't be right? No.
Yeah, it's right. Just forgot to do the greater than 5 thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, those
exactly.
are 5 hits.
Yeah, that guy's out. Just straight up.
Right, that's all we
Just
need.
that much damage. And yeah, you killed 2 guys.
Are they completely dead, or are they just bleeding out?
Well, your guy is completely dead.
Okay.
But after the first bullet, Vietho's guy is bleeding out. After the second bullet, he'd almost certainly be dead. Unless you just don't shoot the second bullet. Well, there you go.
Yeah.
He's
He's completely
fully dead now. He took 1 in the lungs, and then another between the eyes. Well, your guy took 2 in the chest. And is now dead.
Alright, I think we should move in then.
Yeah.
I will roll perception since silenced guns are not completely silent. Okay, and yeah, you move in real fast, I guess.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, there's a back door that leads inside the house on the patio.
Alright, we're opening it.
Right, you
Vietho,
open it
do
up.
you want to go first, or...
I'll go first.
Zatni, you're sort of breaking up.
Yeah.
I don't want to go first.
Ah, yeah. That's a good idea.
Well, that goes without saying, though.
Yes.
Yeah, thanks for pointing it out.
You neither put your face at the front nor your mates, at least
Yes.
in these kind of situations, and you happen to be both, so...
Yep.
Yeah.
Indeed. So, Vietho moves in first, opens
Yeah.
the door, and just inside the door is a late 50s, fantastically ugly Brazilian man known as Jose El Hombre Lobo, which is Spanish for werewolf Carrero. And yeah, he's holding a bottle of beer, which he has just crushed in his hands, and he's in the middle of ripping off his clothes and changing into a wolf. So you may roll initiative. Because he heard your gunshots.
Yep.
Because he's a badass.
Okay, it says there 8 plus 1 d6, so
Yep, so you
like
just,
this.
let's see.
Huh.
No, that's
No.
you type 8, you type /roll 8 plus 1d6, that's just
Yep.
like the exact thing.
Try to remember.
That's fine. There you go. There you go.
Huh? Ah!
And Leo and Aaron. That's all. Oh, the spirit. Shouldn't forget those. Shall I roll for your spirit, or do you want to do it yourself, Zatni?
Go for it.
Alright.
It's just a friend. It's not me.
That's correct. Let's see. For 6. It's the real deal. Let's see. Okay, so Vietho, you got 12. Cal got 15.
Yes.
And Aaron 23. Yep. Fire Spirit got 22. So, first on the move is the werewolf. And
Is
Mr.
he
Jose,
fully transformed, or...
he is in the process. He rips off his shirt. Well, he goes halfway through ripping off his shirt before he grows. He about doubles in size until he's about the size of Vietho. And all his clothes just rip off him. He's not... don't know if he's fully changed, but he seems to be still changing at least.
Okay.
So, Aaron, your move. He's now a giant werewolf. About 2 party members in front of you.
But I have a clear line of sight.
Yes, you do. It's pretty
You
big.
don't really need a clear line of sight. You're a finger wiggler. You just need a line of sight.
Yeah.
Okay.
So what's your move? Looks pretty angry.
Yeah, I think I'm going to flamethrower him right away.
Alright.
Cool.
Do remember you need to take him alive.
Yeah, but this is, what? 3-meter werewolf?
Yes. It's pretty big.
Yeah. What about armor?
He's got no armor on.
Okay.
But if the myths are true, then he doesn't need any. Don't you have some illusion spells which can fuck with his day?
Yes, I have, of course, and I will use that.
There you
I
go.
was thinking about my combat spells. But mass confusion goes first.
Alright.
Force 1, but I'm going to edge it.
Yep. That's a good plan. Oh, whoa! Okay.
I believe he is thoroughly confused.
We'll see. He's got some resistance.
Does he have more than 9 dice in resistance?
He does. Not too many more. Yes, he is indeed thoroughly confused. And now it's your Fire Spirit's turn. Since he has been ordered to guard. Yeah. And since he has both a logic and an intuition of 6, he presumes you would like him to interfere at this moment.
He assumes correctly.
And he begins to manifest. And so, Leo, your move.
Alright, I assume I see that the werewolf is slightly confused, at least at the moment.
Well, you really can't tell. This is happening pretty quickly.
Alright, then I am shooting a silver bullet in his knee.
In his knee, alright, give me a cold shot. The only myths that specified where you needed to shoot him with a silver bullet said you had to shoot him in the heart. All the others just said you can kill a werewolf by shooting him with a silver bullet.
Yep.
No, but
But I don't want to kill him.
Yes. Alright, he tries to dodge with his sizable dice pool penalty. And that's 4 net hits.
Alright, what did you say the damage was?
It's -1 and AP +2.
Okay, so then we are looking at... God damn it, I don't have regular. Alright, so that's what, 4 net hits. So that's 12, the damage is -1, so 11. The AP was what, +1?
+2.
+2, so AP +1, damage 11p.
Alright. 11p damage. With a cold shot to the leg. Or
Yes,
the knee.
basically to slow him down and
Yeah.
get him on his knees. Well,
See?
probably not stay on his knees though.
No. Well, he takes some damage, but not a lot. Your bullet sort of hits him sort of head on the knee, but is deflected and just grazes his flesh. But it burns. There's like a smoke comes off the kney.
Alright, so the silver at
Howls.
least seems to be working.
Yeah, the silver definitely seems to be working. However, he does have a very strong hide.
Yep, okay.
Yeah, he's in
Yep.
pain. He's very confused. He's not having a good time.
Poor
So
guy.
Vietho, your move.
I just one question. Leo has the silver cuffs and all the stuff, right?
No, I'm going to assume you have that since you are the melee fighter.
Huh. Okay.
You're the
Yeah.
only one who can actually beat somebody up
Yeah.
with your hands.
Yes. Since I do want to keep or put him down, I'm gonna do the same. And I was just trying to find out what kind of damage I have to roll here, but I have no idea.
You're going to try to slap the collar on him?
What?
Is that it? Or are you going to try to slap the collar on him?
If he's already down and I can do this, you said that everything
He's
is
not
happening
down,
right.
but
I can reach him. So
yeah, he's just
Okay.
about as big as you are.
yeah.
A little
Okay.
bit smaller, for now.
Try to
Yeah.
to tackle him and snap the collar on him.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's just an unarmed combat test with a cold shot, which gives you a -4 dice pool penalty. So you roll your unarmed combat test -4.
Okay.
Don't get your cyber implant specialization for this, I'm afraid. Alright.
Well,
Going to suggest you hedge this, but I don't think that's necessary. Let's see. So. Oh, yeah, that's 4 net hits. You slap the collar on him, and it's now his move, And his move is to howl in pain, starting as a wolf and ending as a very ugly Brazilian man squirming on the floor.
Can we cuff him now?
You could, however, it's Aaron's move, and Aaron, give me a perception test. You can hear some guys running through the house towards you, shouting something in Spanish. Or maybe it's Portuguese. But yeah, you have company incoming.
Which direction?
From the other side of the house where the three guys were packing weed.
So they're about to come through the door.
Yeah, soon. On this combat turn. But you're moving ahead of them. They're coming through the door right ahead.
Okay.
It's about maybe 6 meters away. They probably heard the howling.
I'm
the
talking
gunfire.
to my spirit. Guard the door and use fear on them.
Your spirit acknowledges that. And takes up position at the door. And just as he does so, the three guys burst through the door. And one of them is immediately eaten by the spirit. Just picks him up, swallows him whole. And Leo, your move.
Alright, I'm gonna jump on the guy, slap some cuffs on him, and use my best one-liner yet.
Alright.
Are you prepared?
Well, no, first roll your armed combat.
Oh, that's
Can't
true.
do it if you fail.
Yeah, that's true.
He's got a massive dice pool penalty. He's rolling a grand total of 2 dice.
Would this apply as subduing combat?
Yeah, I think it would. Yes, that's 6 net hits. Presuming you have a physical limit for it.
I have a limit of 6, I believe.
Yes, that's 4 net hits. He is thoroughly restrained and
Can I use the one-liner now?
do it.
You have the right to remain silent, you son of a bitch.
Yeah! Yeah, 1 edge back. You get 1 edge back. That's cool.
Thank you.
And Vietho. He does not take advantage of his right to remain silent. By the way, he keeps howling in pain and holding his knee.
You're still
Yeah,
a son of a
so-
bitch.
He is indeed.
Knock him out.
And Vietho,
I'm
there's
gonna-
still 2 guys at the door.
I'm gonna do 2 things. I'm just gonna call for my dog, of course, and
Yeah.
send it attacking the other 2 guys with the.
The dog is right there at your side, so he just shoots them right away. I will roll for him. And let's see. Yeah, he gets one of them between the eyes. And your move.
And I'm just hoping that my program didn't crash. Yeah, and I'm gonna, because I'm very annoyed of the howling. I'm gonna punch the human and to knock him out.
All right.
Werewolf/human. Oh, good.
Yes. Roll the unarmed combat test.
Yep.
No cyber implants. Unless you want to spur him to the floor.
No, I wouldn't want that.
Oh! Jesus! What's the damage on that?
I believe that's all of the damage.
Yeah, I believe so as well. He gets no hits on his defense test and his damage resistance test, which is 4 dice. Yeah. So what's your strength?
Strength.
Yes. Strength do you have?
Where do I find this?
It's
I'm
under
j-
common.
The one in what is it, brackets?
Yes, the brackets one. The higher one.
8.
8. Alright, so that's a total of 14 damage which he takes. and he is out cold. You hit him so hard in the head, you break the floorboards, and he is out cold and has taken a bit of physical damage as well, meaning you broke his nose.
Yeah.
Which is kind of an improvement on his face, because he was hideous before. And now it's one of the guys' turn. His last and only move. And he snarls like a dog and tries to bite the fire spirit.
Good luck with that.
Pathetic.
He gets some hits. And the spirit doesn't even try to dodge. Guy bites him and bursts into flame and dies.
Well, +1 for balls, -1 for stupidity though.
Just one.
Well, at least one.
I can tell you it's exactly -10 for stupidity.
Alright.
It's the amount of damage he took. But yeah, the spirit moves back to you, Aaron, and says, I hope you're okay that I didn't use my fear ability.
No,
I
you
thought
did
the situation
great,
called for...
and I give it a grateful nod.
Yeah. And he hangs around. You have an unconscious werewolf.
Can we call the truck and scram?
Yeah, you can. Doesn't seem to be anybody else around, however. But
Should we
the
take
house
the
is
totem
on
as
fire
well?
now. The
Yeah, let's just
the
move out
spirits-
of here quickly.
The spirit's mere presence sets fire to flammable objects such as a wooden house or a field of marijuana. And the farm and the house is now burning.
Okay.
Yeah, it's
I just pick up the guy and we skip it.
Yes, you can all give me a body plus willpower test right now.
all of us.
Yes, all of you.
But
Alright. Alright, Vietho, you actually managed to pick up a bit of a high field of marijuana. The rest of you managed to.
Actually,
pick up
are
Not
there
used to it.
any of the people... We didn't leave any living people in the house, did we?
No, we did not.
Okay, that's good.
Just 5 dead guys. And yeah, well. Which didn't leave, you brought them with you. So yeah,
Yes.
the car rolls around. Lofir jumps into the back. And yeah, you roll out of.
The burning fields.
Yeah. Trying to think of a poetic way to describe it.
What
Can't
do you
of it.
think about the totem? Do you want to grab it?
I don't.
I'm honestly not sure. I think we should call Jimmy and see if he wants us to grab it and if there will be any more money in it.
I think we should destroy it.
Or we can just destroy it. That's also a possibility. Which I completely agree on. If we're not getting paid for actually recovering it.
So can I finally hack it away?
Yes, you can.
Alright, so you drive back to town. Back to the dispensary. And break in again. Which is easy enough. And yeah, the totem is carved from wood. Just gonna go at it with a crowbar? Plant a grenade under it? What are you gonna do? How are you gonna destroy it?
Let's blow it up and see what remains.
Yeah.
Alright.
Alright,
you
I'm
plot
planting
a-
1 frag grenade in there.
Alright, subtract 1 frag grenade from your inventory. And yeah, the item blows the fuck up. And within it, well, most of it is just timber shards at the moment, but there is one thing which seems completely unharmed by the explosion. That is a small idol just lying in the rubble. Which looks like this. I have posted a link in the chat.
Ew.
And that has an even stronger aura than the large statue. Seems it was blocking some of it.
I want to send a voice out there. Mona, are you there?
She doesn't seem to respond. She's not in the vicinity of... Oh yeah, also she's a cat, so...
Yeah.
But yeah, just being near that thing gives you a massive headache. Especially now that the totem shell is gone.
I'm taking a few steps back.
That helps a bit.
Can you ignite it?
You can try.
I can try. Flamethrower.
What force?
I'm just
14?
going to edge it.
Force still counts on interact spells.
That's right. So I'm not going to
14.
edge it, I think.
14. Do it. How much is the drain on a force
F minus
14?
3.
Yes.
So 11.
Yeah.
Yes.
Will that kill you?
No.
Very well might.
No, but I might go down.
It very well might kill you. If you don't resist
Yeah,
any
but
drain.
how much
you'll
body do you
straight up
have?
die.
If I do what?
If you don't resist any of the drain, you will fully die.
No, I got
This is physical damage.
15 until I'm dead.
15?
How much body do you have?
I got body 2.
Then you have 9.
Yeah,
Correct.
then you can take 11 damage before you
11
die.
damage.
Because this
11
is physical
physical, that
damage.
is.
This is not
And
stun.
I got enough edge left to use it on both
Yeah,
tabs.
Yes,
you're
you-
unlikely
you-
to die,
yeah.
but
But you can.
it's definitely possible.
I think this is a moment to please your mental
Yeah, let's
spirit.
go
though.
for force 14.
Alright.
And I'm going to edge it.
I agree.
Yeah, it's better than second chance.
Yes, in this case it is.
Yes.
Alright, that's a total of 19 damage, 14 armor penetration. You may now attempt to resist the drain.
11 drain, yes.
11 drain.
Second chance on this one.
Alright. Alright.
No. That's wrong.
Ah, yeah, that isn't in fact wrong.
The first 9.
Yeah, those are 5
1, 2,
hits.
3.
So you're
4,
taking 2
5.
drain.
Oh, that's
Yeah,
nice.
that's not too
Actually,
bad.
very good.
Well,
Admittedly, it did cost you 2 hats, but totally worth it.
yes, your
Yeah.
nose just bleeds a bit, but you do... Casting a Force 14 spell is an incredibly obvious act, so basically imagine like a Hadouken or whatever Goku does in Dragon Ball Z. That's pretty
I
much what
kind
you
of
just did.
prepared for these kind of moves, but I thought I'd do it when my life is threatened somehow.
Yeah. But yeah, there's not a scratch on the idol at all.
Yeah.
There's a hole in the floor where you blasted it. There's a bit of dust on it from the shattered concrete, which is still glowing red, almost like molten lava. But not a scratch on the idol.
I'm gonna shoot
I
it
don't-
with a silver bullet.
You shoot it with a silver bullet, and it shatters into a dozen
What?
pieces.
Ta-da!
Okay.
And its aura dissipates into the astral.
I wish I had a
That-
one-liner for that as well.
Mona starts to purr.
Let's move out.
Yeah,
Let's go home.
yeah.
I'm gonna take one of the pieces of the idol.
One of the valuable ones, like the sapphire eyes.
Well, I'm gonna take at least one to keep.
Alright.
I could grab some others to sell if there is
Okay.
anything valuable left.
There's a couple of emeralds, which were the eyes.
Right, grabbing them and grab a. It was made of wood, wasn't it?
Yes, it was carved out of a heavy ebony wood with 2 emeralds for eyes.
Alright, I'm grabbing the emeralds and the biggest piece of wood.
Alright. Biggest piece of wood is, well, one of the feet. And yeah, you've got it. And you've got the werewolf in the trunk.
Let's go home.
Alright. You roll the hell out of Reading, back through Sacramento, through San Francisco, through San Jose, and finally into Los Angeles. Home sweet home.
I give Jimmy a call.
Jimmy picks up the phone.
Hey Jimmy, we're ready to deliver. Are you?
I am indeed.
Where can we meet?
He sent you the address of a warehouse in Santa Monica.
Be there in 30.
Roger that. And yeah, 30 minutes later, assuming you intend to be on time, the warehouse is it's a really dilapidated place. It's like, looks almost abandoned. It's marked for a cat food company. And yeah, right outside there's an Ares Roadmaster, heavily armored. And Jimmy stands along the side of it, along with one dude wearing a Knight Errant badge, holding an assault rifle. He waves at you as you approach.
Do I recognize the guy?
Do you have any knowledge of security companies?
Yes, with a specialization in Knight Errant, which I just rolled and got 6 hits.
Ah, yes, you do in fact know this guy. He is a reasonably famous drill sergeant. He trains the SWAT teams.
Alright.
And you know he was pulled off assignment in Berlin to help train the new high threat response teams in California. He's pretty much as strong a piece of muscle as you can get from corporate security.
Alright.
I get out of the van.
Right. You get out of the van. Jimmy approaches, arms wide. Says, "Hey, you're back."
I
Well,
give him a hug.
he hugs you back, slightly unexpected, but not unwelcome. You have very
He
high courage.
approached me arms wide. It's
Did indeed.
yes. So we're back.
Yeah, how's it going?
Wanna have a look in the van?
Yeah, sure.
I open up the back of the van.
You open up the back, where there is an unconscious, very ugly Brazilian man, sort of squirming a bit. Fully naked, of course, since he shattered out of his clothes when he turned.
Yes.
Said, "Whoa, Jesus, you roughed him up quite a bit."
Not really, he is a werewolf.
What?
Yeah. Do you see that
Werewolf.
collar and handcuffs?
Yeah.
Yeah, those are made of silver.
Were
yeah,
you serious?
we regrettably yes,
Totally
we had to
serious.
go totally medieval in his ass.
You mean his alias was literal? He's a literal werewolf.
It would seem so. He at least turned into a man or a humanoid wolf when we attacked him. So
Jesus.
yes,
Well, that's
You
well
see
done, I
the
guess.
opportunity in this, right?
What do you mean? You got
Well,
it.
it's a werewolf.
Yeah.
So here he is.
Yeah, that's excellent work. Capturing a werewolf. I'm impressed, I have to say. Did you, was there anything else unexpected?
Not that unexpected.
Did he have any followers, any gang he was supporting?
he was basically running a farm. We think growing marijuana,
Oh,
and a few people there, but I don't think there was a cult
Any of them-
or a following or something like that. At least nothing substantial.
yeah, any of those people still alive?
No.
Not that we
Good.
know of.
How about Vegas? Was he helpful?
We
Kinda.
didn't engage too much.
Alright, that's good.
But he was helpful, so if you
Yeah, he's useful. It's probably best to keep him at arm's length, however.
A little bit of thank you, he'd appreciate it, I think.
Yeah. I know what to handle my people. Speaking of which, y'all did good. Nice, nice and subtle. And a werewolf, no less. I think that deserves a little bit of a bonus. I think we beat on 9k.
Yes, we did.
Right. He hands you each a crit stick containing 13,000 nuyen.
Thanks.
Says, yeah, it's been a pleasure working with you, and you do indeed have a future with Knight Errant. I'll be in touch. He walks
See
back
you
to the
soon.
van with the naked werewolf in tow.
So, beer?
Yes.
No, thanks.
A glass
you
of
can
water?
have
A soda?
So,
Hard
soda,
liquor.
Soda.
Heroin. What you guys? Well, that's the end of the mission, and which means it's time to allocate karma. So, do you think this mission makes you either a cold-hearted bastard, or gave you any good feelings?
I think neither, because we did manage to kill some people we might have avoided killing, but we did take a rather bad guy down as well.
This is great.
So in my opinion, this is a neutral.
Even arrested him and brought him to the legitimate authorities.
That is true. We didn't kill him.
Yeah.
On my part, I think I wasn't too involved in all of this, and I didn't kill anyone. But I think I did a really great thing, a great service to the world, and I'm really grateful to Leo that he finally did it and shot that
This is great.
abomination.
Well, you managed to finish the mission, which is 5 karma. You also managed to capture Jose alive, which is 2 karma. And you even managed to kill or capture all 5 of Jose's disciples, which is another +1 karma, meaning a total of total of 8 karma. So yeah, each get 8 karma.